We're live. So if you can talk up a bit,
I'm
Geoff.
talking. What's the deal?
The deal is...
How is this stream?
I hope they can hear you. Geoff is saying words.
I'm saying stuff.
I hope you're hearing words. People, yes. Can you hear Geoff? Geoff?
Yeah, how's this? Is it good?
Oh, yes. Okay. Yeah, it's getting pretty funny. I wish I had a log. I should have kept a log of all the weird configuration things I had to do, because if I recall, what I just unchecked is something I had to check to get your sound in the stream like a couple of streams ago. It wasn't working randomly after an update, and I'm like, oh, uncheck this now. Like, I'll check it back again. Look at that, now it's working. Amazing.
Nice.
Sweet. Okay, you can hear us. You didn't miss anything good at all. Yeah.
Awesome.
All right. Somewhere. So, we've been good, guys. We missed you guys too. We've been very busy. In fact, both of us were traveling in different directions, or I guess somewhat the same direction for a little bit. But I was in LA for a week, inspired by the League World Finals, which I went and checked out, the League of Legends World Finals in LA at the Staples Center. Riot was kind enough to give me some really great seats. I got to check it out. That was really awesome. And Geoff was off in Vancouver and then Ottawa, Canada. So actually weren't in Toronto all that much. And yeah.
We're back, and I'm sick, so...
Yeah. I was a little bit sick. I seemed to be better already, so it was very mild. But I thought I was going to get what you have. But seeing as you're still sick, I guess I didn't.
Yeah, don't worry. I've been coughing away from the camera, so no one's going to get sick watching the stream. That's
nice. That's a great joke.
That's my plan. No, it's not a joke. I'm doing it.
Oh, hilarious. Oh,
I was actually... It's like I realized how ridiculous it is.
Yeah, now that you say it, I guess I did notice that. But yeah,
people are asking how was Worlds, and you were telling me that it was just a big stomp.
Yeah, it was kind of
wasn't
stomp.
much competition.
It wasn't. I was. I mean, coming into the Worlds, like long before the Worlds even started, back in qualifier or whatever, I said SKTT1's going to win the whole thing for sure. I mean, I've been on the Korean hype train since Brood War, right? So, like, I'm super racist toward Koreans. I'm like, man, they're the best ever. Like, they've won everything. So, it's like there was nothing surprising about it. But throughout the tournament, I became a pretty big fan of Royal Club. Tabe, their support player, was really well spoken, really nice guy, really smart guy, and he played Annie support, which is just awesome. And I played a bit of now myself. It's really, really fun. And so they kind of won me over. So, and they were really big underdogs, but I cheered really hard for them. But in the end, it was a best of 5, and it was kind of a stomp. Like, each game was a stomp. It was a 3-0 for the match, and 2 of the games were just not even really all that fun to watch. They were just sort of over in the first 5-10 minutes, kind of thing. Or you felt that way anyway. So the venue was amazing. I mean, being in the Staples Center was amazing, although not quite as I thought it would be, like the next level. But really, I was there last year, and when it was at the... Damn it, what was it called? Do you remember what it was called last year? It was in the university there.
The venue?
Yeah, the venue name. Do you remember?
No, I can't remember, actually.
Damn it, well... saying they see a ghost, that's scary. Anyways, I think last year they had like 11,000, 12,000, and this year I think it was about 12 or 13,000. The way the stage was set up and everything, they couldn't fill the Staples Center or anything. And I think the Staples Center actually was a bit smaller than I imagined too. I think it only seats like 18,000 people or something. So, smaller than some of the hockey stadiums I'm used to. But that said, it was packed. It was pretty insane. They gave everyone that came in those those big sticks, I don't know what they're called, and you fill them up with air, and then you bash them together, and they make noise, and then add little lights in the end. And literally they were bringing the players out onto the stage, and I had already inflated mine. I was there with my buddy Jay, and we had ours inflated. And like I was like, yeah, they bring it real cool. I'm like, yeah, and I smashed really hard and broke my red balloon. So I went the entire tournament without a balloon because it broke right away. But it was pretty neat. They gave us when they came in, they gave everyone a goodie bag. So it had that. It had a championship thresh skin. It had stuff like this that you could put on your wrist. So when you're clapping, and in a dark stadium, and 12,000 people are wearing this thing, and you go, yeah, and then this thing,
It looks pretty cool.
It looks pretty cool. I guess it looks pretty cool. And everyone got this big Pulsefire Ezreal statue you could go pick up. It was sort of optional. So I grabbed that, but it was too big to bring home to Toronto. So I left it in LA with my buddy Jay, and I'm thinking of using it as a prize to maybe like a stream chat prize or something. I can mail it from my friend Jay to someone else who lives in the USA because the thing's too big to be shipping overseas. Sorry.
Like, how big is this statue? Like, everybody got a statue?
The box is like, it's literally like I mean, I don't know what those dimensions are. 12 inches by 6 by 6. I don't know.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, Jarett, are you going to WCS Toronto? Yep, I'm gonna be at that WCS Toronto, baby. Pretty sure, anyway. So if you guys are gonna go there and you want to hang out with the Pwnage, I'll be there. It should be pretty cool. A lot of cool people coming to Toronto.
That is the 25th, right?
It's at the weekend. It's like 25, 26, 27. Yeah, 25, 26, 27. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I think, which would be pretty cool. In fact, I just watched some StarCraft 2. It's been a while since I really sat down and watched the whole set. But I had to watch Naniwa in the IEM New York finals because, it's always nice cheering for a foreigner. But of course, he's has this amazing run. I'm like, oh man, and I make some time. I really went out of my way to allocate some time to watch him, and then he loses. Motherfucker. Would have been great. Yeah, Faker would be Jeremy's bitch, man. Come on. Everybody's Jeremy's bitch. Is the Pure Pwnage Peck Challenge still happening? January 1st deadline. Yeah, I guess it's still happening.
Oh, yeah, man.
Yeah, we didn't end it or anything.
Yeah, we should remind people every stream probably that Pure Peckage is a thing.
Yeah,
it's
Pure
about
Peckage.
Getting your pecs.
Yeah, gotta get your pecs. Mine are doing pretty good, actually. Pretty happy. I've stopped gaining muscle mass. I've just gone back to gaining gut mass. Just that. LA.
Oh, nice.
LA wasn't good for the gut, man. LA, it's hard to eat well in the US, man. It's really, really hard. Every time I go, I gain weight. It just seems everywhere you go,
so what kind of food did you eat?
I had some alright food, and I was lucky enough to have a couple home cooked dinners. But obviously I had In-N-Out Burger, man. I got there just one of my first meals, double animal style. Oh,
you gotta have In-N-Out Burger,
dude, you gotta have In-N-Out Burger. It's like it's one of the most exciting things about California to me. It's not Hollywood, it's not Disneyland, it's fucking In-N-Out Burger. But also it was like beer. It's like everywhere we're going, every night there's a dinner and there's meetings, and I'm meeting a lot of people and trying to do some networking, and beer just accompanies all of that. So it's like every day you're drinking beer and you're just like, oh. So I felt like I gained 10 pounds in a week. But
well, we should just briefly say what Pure Peckage is. So Jarett and I were talking on a stream one day about the importance of a man having pecs. Just talking about your general physique and your ability to move things in your environment, and just having the muscle mass that you can easily gain as a man if you just spend 2-3 minutes a day doing push-ups or doing bench press, or it makes a big deal having that physique and just having those pecs there. And just a lot of people in their lives have never had pecs at all. They just you can tell if people that have never done push-ups on a regular basis or never worked out, and they take the shirt off and it just looks like flat. But pecs, it's not hard to get pecs. Like a six-pack is another deal because you need low body fat. But pecs, you can build up some nice pecs in a matter of months, and it'll totally change your life. So we started Pure Peckage. We said take a before picture. January 1st, show us the after picture. Show us your pecs. And man, the ladies notice. Like, who was it? Zombicus, who can't join us on the stream tonight. Yeah, I just chatted with him a few minutes before. He was saying, you know, I didn't notice anything. I was doing Pure Peckage, and my girlfriend's like, "Whoa, where are these packs coming from? This is amazing," and she's loving it. So that's Pure Peckage, guys. You got to get packs.
Yeah, a couple of things about that. Yeah, in the start of Pure Pwnage, when I first moved to Toronto, I never had pecs. I never lifted anything in my life, so I was just the gamer guy with no pecs. And then Geoff made me lift weights. Geoff feels more passionate about pecs than I do, but I do totally agree with him. But just maybe I'm not quite as passionate about them. But even back then, Geoff's like, "You need some fucking pecs, man." You know, your gut shouldn't stick out farther than your titties. So I'm like, okay. So he got me to go to the gym. He used to take me to the gym, and I remember the first time we went to the gym in the basement, like underneath, like Trinity College and at the U of T, in the shitty little basement gym, and I'm like, yeah, I did all this bench. I'm like, okay, cool, I could do it. I mean, obviously, I wasn't doing nearly as much weight as him and Dave were, but you know, I did some bench, and I remember the next day when I woke up in the morning to shower, I like I couldn't wash my hair because I couldn't lift my arms like above this far. So I was actually doing this and trying to like wash my hair like this because I was so dead, and I just like walking around like all day with my arms sort of hanging down. I couldn't play generals. I was actually a bit mad. Like at Geoff, I thought maybe they had hurt me or something, or you know, I jumped in the deep end. But growing pec muscles for the very first time ever can hurt. But I do remember a couple things. I was never into like, I didn't care at all about my health. But as you get older, you sort of have to. And I was really shocked because I didn't think anyone would notice. Like I didn't think anything. I never, yeah, it wasn't in my conscience, right? But yeah, so I started going to the gym with Dave and Geoff. They'd make me go, and sure enough, like literally within a matter of 2 weeks, I had like Miranda and other girls were like, they're like, "Wow, dude, like you've been lifting, like whoa," like, and all of a sudden, like a lot of females were like, "Oh shit, dude, yeah, you're looking great. Keep that up, keep that up." And it was such great feedback, and it made me feel so good, like about myself, that it gave me more motivation to go and to get healthier and healthier and healthier. So it's totally cyclical that way. And I find that when I get out of working out, because I go through periods where I won't do anything for like 3 months and I'll just drink a bunch of beer and it's like I'm in vacation mode. And then it's hard to go to the gym again. It feels like you think about going like, oh God, it's like so hard, so shitty. But then once you go once or twice and you look in the mirror at your pecs and you're just like, man, like that felt really great. I should do that more often. And then it's easier and easier and easier to go. So it's really, you gotta kill the pure ruttage. Because if you don't go to the gym, you're just in a rut and you think it's harder than it is. And then
you know, it's like people that go to the gym aren't freaks of nature. They're not like people that were born with some weird motivation to do something that's unbearable over and over again. Like it's like you go to the gym and you feel good doing it, and you remember last time. You know, humans have the capacity of foresight and, you know, have memory, and you can be like, yeah, remember that time when I was like felt like so low energy, I didn't feel like going to the gym, but then I went to the gym and I felt so much better, and I made a mental note saying always go to the gym when you're feeling like that. Yeah, you should go to the gym. So yeah, it's definitely a self-sustaining thing. Pure Peckage, everybody.
Pure Pwnage, yeah, totally. I wouldn't try for 6-pack though. I mean, you can totally try for that, but there's like getting pecs is one thing, and then getting a 6-pack, that's like whole another level. Like you need to be a fitness nut. Like you have to be like Dave, where every single thing you put into your body is fully considered, and you literally like
it's
run
basically
every
diet.
day. Yeah, I mean, you have to have such low body fat, and then I mean, even working your stomach, that just there's a lot of pain involved. It's really really tough. So you really have to turn off the noise
canceling on your webcam.
I don't know. They start messing around.
The human body sucks dick, says somebody. Some human bodies do.
Yep, some human bodies do. All human bodies are capable, but some human minds aren't into it. So hold on.
Nice. I started running again. I used to run a lot, but I got in a relationship and stopped. I've recently become single again, so I started running again. Morning after my body ached, ran 4 to 5 times since then. I Can do a mile in 8 minutes now. I've never been a runner, but I do elliptical, which I find awesome. But yeah,
Yeah.
Dave, Dave Duerk's a runner. Jarett, did you know this?
Oh yeah, dude. Obviously, yeah. He like
He's a big time
runs.
runner.
He's like
He's like
marathon
posting.
training motherfucker now. Yeah.
Yeah, he's posting all his shit on Facebook. He's
Yeah.
like he's done really well health wise, and
You
it's
know,
improved.
I actually almost didn't recognize him when I saw him last time
Yeah,
because he's just 0% body fat man. And when I got to know Dave and when he worked on Pwnage back in the day, he wasn't like a big guy, but he had some extra pounds. You know, he was.
oh yeah. If you watch that the Kyle Dungeon video,
Yeah, yeah, and
see
you
you
see him
later,
now.
Kyle is Dave Duerk, the guitarist for Pure Pwnage, and so he's he just completely changed his physique, completely changed his lifestyle. Very regimented. Like he's actually so disciplined that he'll be that guy that will be like, oh, everyone's hanging out, we're having drinks. Oh, let's order some nachos. He'd be like, oh no, it's past 6:30.
Which is good, man. You got to treat yourself like a gremlin, basically. Except your cutoff's not midnight. Your cutoff's like 6:30 p.m. You eat dinner, and that's it. You're done. And if you're starving, like, oh, I can't go to bed starving. It's like, yes, you can. You drink a glass of water, you go to bed, and you wake up with the best breakfast of your life, man. That's what you do.
Basically, yeah, that's the way it is. That's the way the human body works. And I've been hanging out, and we're at the Monday night jam session or whatever, and like some musicians are going for some late night Chinese at New Ho King, and he's like, no, I'm going home. Like I can't eat, because it'll interrupt his sleep pattern. It'll give him heartburn. He's got other health issues. His body just works better on the clock, and it's true. It's so true.
Jarett, what are you drinking? I'm drinking a dark amber apple juice, homemade. Very nice amber amber cider.
Hey Jarett, have you seen Gravity? Someone's asking about Gravity, the movie.
Jarett looks so fucking tired, man. Dude, sorry if I do.
We're both tired.
I'm
and
just,
I'm sick.
yeah, I am pretty tired. I'll try to take it because I'm sorry. It's actually pretty late for me. It's 8:30 p.m. here. My usual bedtime is like 10:30. So it's usually at this point where the lights are coming off, and I want to kick back. That's right. Sorry, you asked me a question. Can you cue it? Someone else asked me if we played Hearthstone up there. Or I can come back to that. What were you saying?
I was talking about Gravity, the movie.
Oh, yeah. I haven't seen that. Although I've seen enough people freaking out about it that I kind of want to see it. I thought Neil deGrasse Tyson's his tweets were pretty funny about it.
Oh, I didn't read those. Was he talking about the physical, the physics inaccuracies, or?
Yeah, he was sort of tweeting as he watched the movie and was laughing at this and laughing at that. And then, I mean, at the end, he was like, it's an enjoyable film. It's a great film, and I was totally entertained. But but it's pretty funny.
But yeah, if you're a physicist, it's hard to watch.
Yeah.
Well, it's there's only one big glaring there's some things you can sacrifice for story. I won't go into details. I'm not going to have any spoilers. But like, there's some things you can sacrifice for story, and it's like, okay, yeah, we had to have this exposition, like, like one big critique is like, oh, these two characters would have known each other because they would have trained together. It's like, well, no, they have to talk to each other about their past in front of the audience. So yeah, for the story purposes of the film, we're gonna forget that they trained together. But there's a major plot point that involves the fact that it ignores the fact that they're in free fall when they're in orbit and there is no air force or drag, and it's just like, and it's a major plot point, and it's like, but there is no drag, and so it's not a problem, just and then it's like, guys, there's so many other better ways to do this. Like, if I was a consultant on the film, I would have told them to three different ways to have the exact same plot point happen that is physically accurate. But when you're watching it as a physicist and you're like, whoa, no, they're in free fall in orbit, and that's not how things are. And then there was another, there was a lot of critique. This guy wrote something in New York Times that talked about the physics of it or whatever. But the merits of it outweigh any of that, in my opinion. And in fact, it's rare in 2013 that this is my main thing about the movie. My main reaction was it's rare in 2013 that you watch a film and you're like, I don't know how they shot that. I don't know how they did that. I don't know. Like it's, you know, it used to be like in the 80s there was like weird special effects and rotoscoping and like how did they do that? Oh my god! And then you see the behind the scenes how they built this and rotoscoped that in and painted this matte painting and you know. But now it's like, okay, I know that computers do fucking everything in movies, but how did they do that? I have no idea how they got that shot and how they got that sequence. And so it's very impressive in that sense. And then of course I went and researched and the crazy technology that they used for it and the amount of planning and imagination, which is what what's his name, Cuarón is famous for, right? So anyway, it's worth seeing if you liked, you know, it's almost like director porn, you know, like Children of Men, those super long oneers with like the ping pong ball going between their mouth, and it's like you sit there, you're like, oh, this is a oneer that's gonna last for 5 minutes and be amazing. But yeah, that's my review of Gravity.
All right. Yeah, just someone asked about Hearthstone, and then people were maybe making fun of. Did I pronounce that wrong? Is it not? Is it Hearthstone? I don't think it's Hearthstone. I'm pretty sure it's pronounced Hearthstone. I don't know. But that's Blizzard's card game. That's like their next big game that they've been working on for a while. And by pure coincidence, I actually randomly got an email last night. I didn't ask to be in the beta or anything like that. Maybe the beta is really opened up now or something. I don't know. I randomly, like, I must have been just chosen via my email address or something. My Battle.net account. It's not even my like Pure Pwnage Battle.net account. It's like my personal one. So so anyway, your pronunciation is right. Hearthstone. Good. Yeah. So yeah, I just got it last night. I installed it and I had a couple games. So a couple things. I'll never stream it because I've talked previously on stream about how I think it's pretty lame to stream card games. Even lamer to watch people playing a card game because.
So if Jarett starts streaming it, he's getting paid.
Dude, yeah. So if all of a sudden I'm streaming Hearthstone,
it now.
It's because
like, oh, tomorrow's just like I'm streaming.
I love this game. Or, you know, maybe I'll get really addicted to it and I'll change my mind. I'll be like, man, no, I'll take it back. This game's amazing. But I don't get how people watch someone else play a card game. I mean, I totally understand why people would watch someone play StarCraft, or people would watch someone play League, or anything that they do that has a high skill ceiling, and you can watch someone from their point of view do things that you can't do yet or ever, because they're really, really good. But I mean, what do you get excited about watching someone random a card out of a deck? It's like, oh, that could have been me that random that. Like, it's like, oh, look how he played the card in the one way that he can. It was just like, it's pretty silly. So I played it. I had a couple games, and I went through the little tutorial thing. So I think I've seen the full scope of the rules, and it's basically just like a simplified version of Magic the Gathering. And I played a lot of Magic right from like high school through university. And I still have some decks kicking around somewhere, and I've played like a lot of video game adaptations on Steam and on Xbox. Yeah, it's basically like, if you're familiar with Magic, it seems like Magic, no mana cards. You just get 1 mana per turn added to a cap of 10. And then you can't block. There's no defensive structure, like in the way that the turn structure works. There's no point where you're defending. So if you don't have a creature that taunts, which means it makes you attack it, then you can bypass their creatures and just attack the summoner directly. And the games just seem fast that way. Maybe that's the intent, I guess, but it just seems sort of like fast and furious and not that deep. I think like 99% of the strategy would be building your deck. And then once you go in there, it's sort of rock, paper, scissors about what kind of deck you got random up against on the other dude. Maybe he has a deck that's going to hard counter you. And then you just hope that the cards come out in an order that doesn't screw you, I guess. But anyways, yeah, I mean, I've played Magic for a long time. In my brief experience, I don't see why I would prefer it over Magic. But I see how a casual person who's never played a card game would probably find this a lot easier to play than jumping into Magic with so many counters and mana and tapping and this is just so straightforward.
So is it like low barrier to entry, like you're having fun, like game one kind of thing? Is that?
I guess so, yeah. It's actually done really well. Like when I installed it, like loads the screen and you like press enter the game, it just takes you right into a game. It knows that you've never played the game before. It's like it's a clean install or whatever. So they literally throw you right into a simple game in which there's basically like one type of card or one rule you can use. And then you win that game, obviously, because it's like the easiest thing ever. And then there's like the second dude, and there's like these 6 little quick games that they play in a row where they slowly expand the rule set for you, and then they bring you to the main page with options and everything else to kind of force you to do a really fast tutorial to get to know the game. So yeah, so that's my opinion. I have it installed. I'll go back and give it a try here or there. But it's like you buy packs of cards for a lot of money. It's expensive, and then you get randomly good cards, or you don't get good cards. And I don't know, how many different cards there are, or how impossible it is to get like the most legendary epic cards. But I can guarantee, because it's fundamental to this business model, that there are extremely rare cards that are extremely powerful that you either have to get very lucky to get or spend a lot of money. And I would never do that. On that game, no. But it's really polished. Like, it's so Blizzard, man. It's right from the loading screen to coming to the game. It's like they really do have the best artists in the business, and like they really have like an eye for polish that just like it's 1% better than anybody else in the whole gaming business. Like, their games just are so tight, and the color palette's so perfect. They're just so bright and beautiful. Like, they really do have just the most amazingly talented artists, and they really know how to make like a software package that just feels so good. I mean, this is still a beta, and it just just the level of polish is just hilariously Blizzard.
Yeah, yeah, they still know what they're doing in a lot of ways. That's interesting. Yeah, it's like that's the one thing that you can't critique Blizzard for, is lack of polish.
Yep.
They launch with a solid game, and it's never buggy. It's never never seems half-assed.
Yeah, they have great quality control when it comes to that. They made some questionable design decisions the last few years, I think, with regards to StarCraft 2 and then Diablo 3. But at least in the case of Diablo 3, although they never went back and fixed what was fundamentally wrong with StarCraft 2 from beta, and I think a big reason the game didn't do what everyone hoped it would do. At least with Diablo 3, they're removing the auction house. And I don't know if you guys are really into Diablo 3 or played a lot, but I was super stoked. Maybe I've told this on stream before, but in university I lived in a house with like 6 university students, and we would just plan up Diablo 3 all the time. There's almost always these 4 people in the game. And we just played so much Diablo 2, it was unbelievable. And so I was really, really excited to sort of relive, my past, get Diablo 3, and reconnect with some of my old buddies who are now off all around the world in different careers and whatever, but I thought it'd be a great way for us to reconnect and play together and stuff. But 2 weeks into the game, like literally 2 weeks, I hit level 60, I think maybe a couple of times, and I was just totally done, because the game had become, the game was the auction house. I stopped really even going into the game, and all I did was camp the auction house, and you were looking for people that are throwing legendaries up for too cheap, and you get sort of an idea of what market value for that is, and you just buy and resell and buy and resell, and you could just make so much money so much more quickly doing that than like going in a game and hoping for a drop, randomly getting a drop. Yeah. And then in fact, the only way I even got started in the market is because I got lucky and got this random drop, like legendary item, really early, and it sold for like $1 million something. And I had played the game to level 60, and at that point I had like, I can't remember the exact like ratio. The ratios are correct. I don't know what the exact numbers are, but I had played from like level 60, and I had like 100,000 gold or whatever. And then this one item drops, and it was like 1 point whatever million, and I just like more than 10 times my net worth selling this one thing, which allowed me to get into the auction house game. And then like 3-4 days in the auction house game, I was like, what the fuck am I playing this game for? Like, the game, like jumping in, is not fun anymore, because what was fun about it was the lottery element, and the improving and getting items that your buddy might want and trading for it and stuff like that. And it was completely destroyed by the auction house. And Blizzard realized that, and they're pulling it from the expansion. Like, they're actually fully killing the auction house, the real money and the fake money. It just will not be there. You will have to go old school style to get your gear. And I thought there was no way I was going to ever possibly buy the Diablo 3 expansion. But now I might, assuming it's
wasn't
not...
Wasn't the whole purpose of soulbound items in World of Warcraft? Like
Yes.
there were some items you couldn't, that were non-transferable. It was soul bound, so you had to be there to get it, to get the drop, right? So
Yeah, yeah.
they understood that in the design aspect of World of Warcraft. But what was the deal with Diablo? Like there was no soul bound. Like
Well,
everything you could just.
there wasn't in the original Diablo 2 that I recall. I guess it's been a long time, but Diablo was, I don't know, in a weird way it was very community focused. Well, the appeal of Diablo was that even if I was in class, if Mark and Mike were playing and they got a wicked drop from me, I'd be getting home and they'd be like, "Dude, we got the craziest drop for you," and I'm like, in a way, I'm still experiencing lottery elements when I'm not even playing. It was, yeah, really focused on you and your friends and getting that, but as soon as you could literally buy items for real money and just bypass everyone with money, or you could just make so much money camping the auction house, it was just, yeah. Someone, so that's the exclusive, where was he? Someone asked where the exclusive stuff for the movie donators are. The exclusive stuff, the behind the scenes stuff, will be produced while we're shooting the movie. So there'll be actually like us behind the scenes, and there'll be some HD video content made that will not be made public. That will be only released privately to people. We had also hoped at some point to be able to run some HD streams using like the Twitch service, that we could somehow allow only certain people to watch. But it seems, I mean, we've kind of gone back and forth and tried, that it's not technologically possible yet. And if any one of you knows differently, please contact me right away, because we'd love to get something like that set up sooner than later. But it seems that our Twitch is partner now. We have the subscription, we have a partner. We'd hoped that there was some way with that we could bring in the movie subscribers and try to do something there, but it doesn't seem like we can.
Someone says Google Hangouts works that way. We can do private streams with maybe the people that you follow, and we could maybe bulk follow all of the movie donators.
Okay, we could make a PP Google Plus account and follow the donators.
Maybe.
Okay,
Okay, that's something to look. We'll look into that.
Okay, yeah. Well, yeah. So that's where it stands right now. So there will be like more exclusive and HD stuff behind the scenes. But yeah, geez, seriously, I'm just soaking in here. I've got to go turn the AC on. So this room is just brutal.
Jared's hot. Hey. Should turn that fan on. What do you guys think? When did the stream get a subscriber button? So Jarett set this up with Twitch to be a partner or whatever. So you can subscribe to us, but I don't think there's any. I'm not sure what the benefit is. You might get some privileges in chat. Our chat is still public, obviously, but it's just something we've been thinking of setting up in the long term, of doing sort of streams or having special events or whatever else on Twitch. So yeah, we have the capacity to have subscribers now on Twitch, but yeah, Jared's been setting them up. Made any dubstep lately, Kyle? No, I can't say I have. Sorry guys, I'm sick in case you missed it. It sucks being sick, huh? Do you take whey, as in curds, and whey as in milk products? What? Doing anything for Halloween? Yeah, in fact, I think I might be handing out candy at my house. I want to do a plan that I've been talking about for a while, but I haven't got together. But I was thinking about setting up a camera when the kids come to the door, and then they're like, trick or treat. You open up, you're like, hey, how's it going, kids? A nice costumes, and they're like, all right. Who wants broccoli? Who wants carrots? And like holding up like a whole bunch of carrots and broccoli, and just seeing their faces, I imagine you get some pretty funny responses. Except, I want to put it on YouTube, right? But I don't know. If it's legal or whatever. You put up a sign maybe saying, hey, if your kid steps on this property, comes into my door, you're on YouTube, by the way. But then it's like, it's weird, right? It's like, oh, this is a weird YouTube house? Like, what the hell? What is he going to do, right? But I think it'd be really funny. So if any of you guys want to do that, I think that'd be so funny. My Halloween plan, Jarett.
Oh, I think I missed it.
Basically, kids come to your door and you're like, oh, great costumes. Who wants broccoli? Who wants carrots? Ah. And then you have a camera set up, like, capturing their face.
You're totally going to be that guy, though, for real.
And then, well, but then you're like, oh, no, here's the real candy, everybody, right? I just want to be like, you know, if you're serious about broccoli. I don't know.
I want to film children and talk to them about what they're wearing. That's a great quote. Actually, I literally just changed my shirt. I was so wet, but I got the AC on now. I got the fan. Okay, yeah, I just didn't realize how sweaty I was in here. I already feel so much better. Jarett, what's your son going to wear for his Halloween costume this year? Shit. What is he? Oh, Stacy killed me for not knowing this. He was originally going to be Timo because it fit really well because he's little and we have a Timo hat. But now I think Stacy wants to be like sexy Timo or something and wants to go half naked wearing the Timo hat. So I think
it would be weird if there was like a mini Timo with
yeah,
it.
Yeah. So I think instead, Stacey got so excited at the Timo costume. She's like, "That's what I want to be." I've got a costume idea. I'm going to be going as Sylvester McMonkey McBean. Sylvester McMonkey McBean is my costume this year.
Nice.
Yeah. And I'm going to have a lot of star stickers with me, and I'll be running around slapping them on people's bellies all night, and taking some off, I guess, as well. Redistributing stars would be a better way to say it. I'll have a fixed number of stars, and I will redistribute them throughout the night to people on their bellies.
That's great.
Everyone does Timo. So unoriginal. Your options are limited with a 3-year-old. He was Mario last year. That was super original. Baby Mario, I guess. I'm beardless Draven. What? Hold on, let me look at myself. Why do I look like Draven? I could totally be a Draven. You know, there was a girl at the World Finals that was she cosplayed Draven, like an attractive woman with a fit body, but she had the big long mustache and everything, and my penis was pretty confused. Like I have to admit, like it was kind of like I kept changing my mind about how I felt about this human being. But it was pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Yeah.
Well, did you saw on Reddit that stripper woman, the webcam stripper, that like specializes in confusing boners? Did you see that on Reddit?
A stripper who specializes in confusing boners? No, I didn't.
Yeah, she did like a photo set on Reddit with her like getting like attacked by a bunch of gnomes, and then she did an AMA.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And she's like, I came from like a ultra Christian conservative family, and then I left like 2 years ago, and now I'm a cam whore, like type of story.
Oh, is that?
She's the one in the cam whore mansion.
Oh, yeah, you told me about her. I didn't know that she was that gnome one though.
Yeah, she did a second set of like where like there's 3 girls that get naked and then turn into gnomes with beards, and like, you know, she loves like confusing boners on Reddit and on the internet anyway. So it's the same kind of thing. It's like yeah, that's weird.
People are mad that I said Mario. Sorry, man. You know what's funny is that I know that it's me, Mario. And it's yeah, I know that I think it's Mario, and if you're Italian, but
we've been saying that shit for 30 years.
But I've been saying it for 30 years, and for the first 20 years, I said Mario. consciously thinking that was the best way to say the word. And then, I don't know, at some point in my adult life, I'm like, oh shit, it's Mario.
Well, it's
there's
also
nothing you can
Ninja
do.
Gaiden, right?
No, man.
Ninja Gaiden.
I don't know, it's Ninja Gaiden, man. It's Ninja Gaiden forever.
Well, in The Wizard, they call it Ninja Gaiden.
Yeah, and then the guy slapped him in the face for
Hotman.
saying something that sounds so stupid, but Ninja Gaiden.
I always called it Ninja Gaiden too. What did you guys call it? Ninja Gaiden or Ninja Gaiden?
Ninja Gaiden. That's right. Oh yeah, someone asked, I tweeted about the generals to Key. Someone asked, oh, you tweeted, anything happen about that? Yes, man, something did happen about that. I'm so fucking dumb. I wanted in the generals alpha for like, I don't know, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months. I don't know how long it's been going now. And I reached out through a couple like private channels, just sent some emails out to guys that I knew and said, hey, do you know anyone on that team? Can you swing me an alpha key? And I got a couple of positive responses. Nothing ever happened of it. And I don't want to bug people for a key. I don't want to be that mooching emailer, always begging for keys. And then they lifted their NDA last week, or no, sorry, 2 weeks ago, right before I went to LA. In fact, it was like in an hour before I was leaving for the airport, I decided to tweet because they lifted their NDA and people had started streaming it and putting videos on YouTube, and I was like, holy shit! And I still don't have a key, so I decided, fuck it, like I'll just tweet my desperation. And I tweet my desperation, and it turns out that like the head of esports for Victory Games making the game follows me on Twitter, replies to me in literally like 3 minutes with a direct message with the fucking key. And I'm so stupid. Like, I had no idea that he knew of Pure Pwnage or followed me or anything. And if I had just tweeted that like months ago, Geoff and I would have been in the alpha like months ago. So, and then I actually went and had dinner with him and some beers and stuff when I was in LA. So yes, I'm in the Generals 2 alpha. And yes, I want to stream it. And in fact, because I was so flustered. And I'm such a selfish jerk, I didn't ask for a key for Geoff. I just like made that tweet. He sent me a key. I was like, cool. And then I got on a plane and went. So Geoff does not have a key. So
and we were gonna play on stream today.
We were hoping. I assumed for sure. I wrote him yesterday and I was like, oh shit, I need a second key, and he hasn't got back to me yet. So Geoff will have a key soon. I'm sure, but we didn't get one in time for the stream. And in fact, I'm like still hoping that it comes in, because I just sent a quick reminder as we started streaming. I'm like, oh hey man, we're on stream. So it'd be great if Geoff could start installing in the background, because if Geoff can get that key now and start installing in the background, then we'll play tonight. We'll jump on and play. I've had one game, and I played against AI. Like it's an RTS, man, and I felt pretty overwhelmed. I gotta admit, like it's I forgot what it's like jumping into an RTS without having no idea what the fuck it's about at all. And I even realized that, before StarCraft 2 beta came out, I watched so many fucking videos of it. I read so much about each unit, all the stats of each unit, that I kind of had a really good idea of strategically what I'm going to do when the beta comes. I knew exactly what I was going to do. I studied the UI, but I don't really actually know that much about Generals 2. Like, I didn't really follow it to that level where I'm familiar with counters or anything at all. So my one game was just like, I'm glad I wasn't streaming it, because it was just me reading tooltips and trying to get my head around it. The UI is still a bit cluttered, and it's a bit overwhelming. Like, there's so much shit. Even before you get in the game, if you guys haven't played, there's like, you can modify your generals. So there's like 20 generals or something, and then you can click a general and you can modify them, and you can turn on different abilities for the next match, kind of thing. Like, you can customize the abilities, and I just felt like, for someone who had no idea what the game's about, it was just like I realized that there's a lot to learn. But if we can get Geoff a key, we'll hop on and we can learn together in front of you guys, and it won't be so stressful. But regardless, so yes, we're going to stream that really soon. Actually, if it's not tonight, then by the weekend, or basically as soon as Geoff gets his key, we're going to hop on and we'll play. But yeah, again, played one game. It's alpha, although I think that's pretty sketchy. I think it's kind of funny that there's a product that's actually been played publicly. I mean, I know it's a private alpha, but people that bought collector's editions are getting in it. You know, there's hundreds of players in it now that aren't like beta. They aren't specialty testers or anything. They don't work for anyone. They just bought a collector's edition. So I think that kind of makes it a beta. I think it's funny that you would call that alpha at this stage that it's at. I think it's probably safe that you could call it beta.
Everybody's hating on the new generals in chat here.
Oh yeah, the new generals will be fucking garbage. I swear.
Man, I just clicked that not safe for work women packs, and then someone's like, Geoff totally just clicked that. It's like, yes, I did.
Well, where? I want to click it. Should I not click it?
No, you should click it.
Where is it? Not safe for women's pecs?
Yeah,
Here we go.
I'm going to watch it again. Here we go. Yeah, there you go. That's a GIF, all right.
Yes. It's yeah. Oh, I don't get it at all, man. Oh well, I'm sure she loves her own body, but
and
I'm not a big fan.
Not even in Hollywood blockbusters has there ever been in like, you know, if what's that like Scarlett Johansson plays like whatever superpower rogue chick in the Avengers, right?
Yeah.
Like not even in roles like that where there's a chick that kicks ass and that is beating up 200-pound men, you know, muscle-bound men, and you know, not even in any kind of Hollywood, any movie I can think of that's not like weird sort of exploitation cinema. Is there a woman with that kind of build? And there's plenty of actors like that, I'm sure. There's plenty of people like that that are build their bodies like that. But it's not even like in this chick's a commando type realm of reality in Hollywood cinema, because it's just not attractive. It's not like people want to see on the screen. You know, it's uncanny. So yeah, but whatever. It's an art form on its own, bodybuilding, and
oh yeah. I think it's an addiction.
The bodies to build their bodies, and you know, they're not going for power or physique or physical fitness. They're going for muscle definition. Game of Thrones with what's her face is pretty butch. Well, she's also shot on like Apple boxes and platforms, and she's shot in ways that make her look way taller than she actually is, and you know, she's no like chick ripping her shirt off, showing her tits that we just saw in chat.
Who are they referring to?
You know, the one who escorts Jaime Lannister.
Yeah. Yeah, she's just a very tall woman.
She's butch in her attitude, but I don't even think the actor's that tall. Like, she's not 7 feet, you know, obviously, but like she is in the show.
Yeah, this artillery game. Oh, sorry. Are you familiar with artillery at all, Geoff? You heard about this?
Looking at it now for the first time.
Yeah, it's I mean, it's a new company. I think this is their first product. They're making an engine, and they're making a game with an engine, and the game they're making is called Artillery, and it's an RTS game, and it's you know, it's a browser game. And I don't really know what happened with browser gaming, because I know a lot of their PR stuff, their publicity talks about how like bringing gaming to browsers, but have you guys heard of Quake Live? That little game, that little company ID put out like years ago that does the exact same thing. And this technology's been coming for a long time, and I don't know why, what makes this better or different than ID's or ID's implementation of their browser gaming. But I mean, I think it will be the future, because it makes their gaming so portable. Like, I think like clients will have disappeared in 10, 20 years, and everything will be live as service. Everything will be free to play with microtransactions. And and this just becomes so accessible, because all of a sudden, if you have a Chrome browser, you can play this game. Well, guess what? My tablet has a Chrome browser. My phone has a Chrome browser. You know, every device you're on, all you need is this really simple browser. And they have access to what will be soon, like, many AAA looking games. But I haven't played this game. I don't know if they're in alpha or beta. I've just seen some videos. The graphics look pretty rough. Not that I really care about graphics, but I think the average zombie consumer does. So I don't know how well it'll fare in that regard. And I know Sean Plott, like Day 9, is involved somehow. I don't know if he's just marketing the game or if he's actually like working on it on a design level or whatever. But having met Sean and had some chats about RTS, he's a really, really bright guy. And he's got a great instinct for RTS from what little I've talked to him about it. And I think he could be an asset. I hope that they take his advice seriously. Yeah, pretty interesting stuff. I will give it I'll give it a try, man. No, actually, when I talk about microtransactions, I think I'm talking exclusively about multiplayer stuff. I think single-player games will see a branch. Like single-player games will become more like movies, where you're aware you're only getting like 4 to 18 hours of content. You're paying $60 for it. You're probably never going to play it again. And people are fine with that. They buy that. Those games already exist. There's not much more you can do with that. The only problem that I see is that when developers see other people making games for much cheaper that are multiplayer focused, games like League of Legends that don't have all that they don't have all the cinematics, they don't have all the level design, that they skip some of the most costly stuff when it comes to game development and just build the playing board and the pieces, and they put that out. When those people make way more money for less effort, I think you're just going to see every developer trying to mimic that and doing stuff like that, which is exactly why Generals 2, I think, is doing what they're doing, right? They're like, even with Command & Conquer, which is famous for its cinema, its cinematic sequences, the new one, it's a straight multiplayer, it's a live as service, everything's going live as service. But I think that, as a multiplayer gamer, it's amazing for us, like if you are one too. Because A, we don't have to pay up front before we see if the game's good or not, and B, they have every incentive. They have to keep the game up to date. They have to keep it balanced. They have to constantly improve it, constantly find new ways to keep you engaged by expanding it. And they have to do all this for free for you. And you always get to choose whether or not you want to pay. So as long as they maintain gameplay integrity, meaning you can't pay for an advantage, you can only pay for aesthetics and things like that, and it's amazing. I'm so excited that it's finally here. That sort of that monetization direction for multiplayer gaming.
Yeah.
Jarett, can you order me a pizza?
Someone posted his phone number not too long ago. Why did that person post their phone number in chat?
Oh, I just got you a key, dude. All right. I'm sending you an email, Geoff.
Oh, there's a key.
Yeah, you can start the install there in the background.
Nice.
So, guys, can you entertain them for a sec while I have my head down typing your key?
Could I have some shoes? Man, if there's that kind of stuff, if it brings back memories like that, oh, that'd be so good.
You know what? That's not one of the lines.
There are similar lines?
There's new lines. I played one game. I played GLA, obviously. But the lines, I don't know. Again, it's all about nostalgia, and I've romanticized the past. Maybe the lines aren't as funny as I remember them, but just on the whole, it felt like the previous lines were just funnier or something. A lot of these lines just seem more serious. And in fact, even though it's very early and I've, only played it the one time, the whole game feels like it's taking itself too seriously compared to previous Generals, previous Command & Conquer. Command & Conquer always had some tongue-in-cheek, and it always had brighter, more colorful units, which is really important for readability on the map, But the new Generals, they're really going for like photorealism. Like it's just really gritty, and it looks like a real war zone. And I understand that looks cool visually. I was having trouble seriously telling my workers apart from trees and stuff, because they're both casting shadows. They're both all dark, and it was just so dark. Yeah, it just didn't pop off the landscape. So I actually signed all my graphics down to nothing, but I couldn't get that really crisp, playing field and then pieces totally separated from the playing field. So instantly when you look at the screen, you know where all the pieces are and you know what is playing field. But in this case, when I look at the screen, I'm like, shit, I don't know what's a guy, what's a tree, if that's a neutral building or my own building. And they have little color flares, but that's something that I'm going to give them feedback on, man, that I think that they should do more to bring out the color and pop the units off the board a bit.
All right, I click on closed alpha. It says, sorry, we couldn't find that. commandandconquer.com. Where's the download link?
Do you have Origin?
Oh, shit. I don't know. I have to install Origin?
Yeah. You have to. If you just Google Origin, I think it's the first link. Yeah. It's like the Steam for EA. Totally fuck, I know. But yeah.
Man.
This sucks.
I gotta
first world.
Gotta reset my Origin password and shit.
Can't believe it, man. So yeah, that's awesome. Big thanks to Matt Marcoux for hooking us up. That is awesome. What's the status on the movie? What movie, man? I don't know here.
The best movie ever.
We're making a movie. Status of the movie is we still haven't locked the script, and it's I don't know. Well, it's really good. I mean, it's in the long run it'll be good. In the short term, it's like stressing me out a lot because I had wanted to, a long time ago. Hell, if I can have it wrapped by now, or even a few months ago, really wanted to be a camera by now. But the script keeps evolving, keeps changing, and keeps getting more dense, and doesn't really resemble what we had in mind, a year ago. But I think we've learned a lot about writing a movie, and I think it's come a long way. I'm pretty happy with it. But man, I'm just gonna be so fucking happy when we just say that's it, and that's it, that's done, that's the script.
Lock our script,
and then we go. We go.
Oh, it's a lot of good stuff. But, it's gonna be. It's gonna be hilarious.
You will know when that moment is because I will freak the fuck out, and I'm not gonna be able to contain my excitement because, at this point it's getting stressful, man. I'm getting worried. I always, Geoff knows, but I always get really worried, especially as we approach deadlines. Or we've always made Pure Pwnage. I always start to just panic. Certain moments, it's not going to be good. Oh, what have we done? They're going to hate it. Everyone's going to hate it. I'm going to kill myself. But yeah, so we're still just furiously polishing and finishing and just trying to get it locked so that we can just say, fuck it, next step, the fun begins. But
our deadline for the movie is we have to have a version submitted to TIFF, Toronto International Film Festival, which is the biggest deadline. We also have some events that we want to film at that are also deadline based. So in 2014, we're going to be early 2014. We're going to be shooting at some events.
Yes.
So those are our deadlines.
Yeah. But they're yeah. If in case you, I don't know if we've ever written it down in the FAQ. Is that in the FAQ? I know we have a FAQ somewhere in our forums, but we no longer have our intern Dara, and so I don't know if it's in there, if it gets updated. But our big dream, our big goal is to world premiere at the Toronto International Film Festival summer 2014. That's what we want to be, the big launch. And so the movie has to be submitted by the end of April for that, or beginning of May, or something like that. But yeah, that's the dream. If you didn't know that, if you're wondering when it's actually going to be, released for you to watch, that's what it's going to be. And we'll be filming over the next few months on and off because there's a couple key things we have to hit, and there's a couple key climates and locations that we want to hit at the right times and stuff like that. But yeah, man, pretty excited to get that bandana on, man.
I'm just resetting my password here.
Yeah, there's no more Chicken Man right now. Could use a new intern, actually. When you guys want an intern, please, pretty please. I'm not playing the new Pokemon, but check this out. I don't know if you guys have seen this yet. You guys seen this thing? See what I got, Geoff? So this neat little thing. Do you know what that is, Geoff?
Well, I'm going to try log into Origin here in a second, and then I will tell you.
Sorry, yeah, you get General's Grin, man. So I got a 2DS for my little man. I think he's only 3.5, so I don't know if he doesn't seem too excited about. Like what he wants to use it for is taking pictures and stuff like that, and recording sounds and playing them back more so than like trying to play games. I don't even know what game. Like this just came in the mail yesterday, and I don't really know what his first like video game should be. And I also don't really want to encourage him to be lazy or anything like that. I don't want to start sacrificing his active playtime and then see him sitting on a couch. So I'm kind of approaching the subject cautiously, but at the same time I got excited about the 2DS because the few times that I let him kind of use my 3DS, little kids, like I just don't know how he didn't break it. Like he's just like trying to flip it back around basically, like he takes it and he's like, oh, he's like literally like reefing on it. And then the 3D, of course, we had to lock all our 3D off on our DSs in case he picked it up and turned it on. That's how our 3DSs have been. So I think this product is pretty much made for like 4 to 7-year-olds. And I think it was really smart of Nintendo to make it. It's like super durable, can't break. It's like made for a little kid to throw around, basically. So it's pretty awesome. But it's hard to get him away from his trains, man. He's really he's gotten just so back into trains, and I have like an addiction. Like I'm like addicted to expanding his train set because it's fun for me to watch him. So I'll order little parts from Japan and like the new track pieces and stuff, like quad pieces and all these like splitting tracks and stuff. And man, he really builds these hugely complex, like really creative tracks, and then names all different stations, and then tells stories. And he's really into it. So I'd feel really bad. Like I don't want to like get him away from that and gaming yet.
Wow, this is crazy. I forgot I had Spore and SimCity Societies. Did I buy that? Like I think I bought a SimCity or maybe I.
He actually has Train Simulator. I should. His chair's not here. I'll show you what he. Occasionally, it's not very often. Maybe every few days, but you can see I've got a little laptop. There's his little crappy Microsoft mouse that he can throw around and break. I don't care. And then of course this is my super pimpy Razer laptop. So he uses my work laptop, and then he sits here, and he's got a little like blue chair that's not here right now, which is too bad. But
hey, Jarett.
This chair is his desk, and then this he sits there and he plays Train Simulator 2014 now here, which he just thinks is the best game ever made.
So Jarett, that code has already been used.
No, don't say that.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Is it the right one?
Hold on.
I'm entering product code into Origin to redeem my game or in-game content.
Yeah, hold on. I'll just send.
What's that sound?
That was me Control V-ing. All right, there you go. So yeah, Train Simulator, he thinks is the best game ever made, and it's neat because it's taught him how to use the computer. So he knows like, he knows how to turn it on, double click his icon, get into the game, navigate the menus. He knows like the free roam and the quick drive have different train selections. He likes different trains. He likes to tell me about the different trains, and he can't read too many words yet, but he knows of course like letters and numbers, and most of the train names are like BR101 and stuff. So he's like, he knows about the BR101. It's got the red one and the black one. He likes to tell me this stuff. He likes to teach me about trains. And then he'll get these trains going, but for him it's all about like exceeding the speed limit and then getting them around a bend really fast. They fly off the track, and then he just gets so excited that he starts yelling. But it's pretty cute. Like I have fun watching him play because he's so much fun. But yeah.
Yeah, what was that sound? Diddle-it? Diddle-it?
I didn't hear that.
Diddle-it? Well, it was coming through my headphones, and people on the stream say they heard it. Yeah, I don't know what that was.
Yeah, that's why you said, what was that, right?
Yeah. It's like trying to figure it out. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like taking my head. Is it in the room? I'm like, what the fuck? Like, it's not a typical like error sound from computers.
Was it that weird sound a phone makes if it's next to a speaker or something like that?
I hadn't heard that kind of a sound before, but it might have been that RF interference.
I did just move my phone I don't know. So try that key, Geoff. Tell me that key works.
It works. Yeah, I'm downloading right now.
Sweet. But yeah, it is alpha. So I have a feeling there'll be probably more negative commentary than positive. But there's some nostalgic elements there.
So who can we play? Are we gonna do a 2v2 here, or does anybody else on the stream have an alpha key?
I don't know. We could. Well, if you want to learn the keys, we could have a quick 2v2 against comps, and then 2v2 randomly online. I think there's a 2v2 ladder. Don't quote me on that. But I think we could just hit quick match and find someone 2v2, or we could set up possibly a custom game lobby if some of our stream viewers here have alpha. I'm not getting. I only had the 2 keys, but I'm actually stupid, and I sent Geoff my key, and so when he went to use it, it's like this key's already been used. It's like, oh fuck, I was stupid. I sent him the wrong one. But Jarett, what skins do you want? Oh, it's David's bacon. I don't know yet, man. You know what? You wait till the Harrowing skins are out, and I'll let you know what I want, man. Ooh. I'm actually, yeah, this is super nerdy of me, so sorry to the non-league players, but it's actually pretty sad when you get excited about a company selling you aesthetic products for a video game, like things that you don't need at all in your life and aren't going to make you happy, but you really want. But like, Riot announced they're bringing back all these what do they call them? Not vintage skins? No, not vintage. Heritage? No, shit. What? Anyway, about
older discontinued skins? Is that what they?
Yeah, I was just on the tip of my tongue. Anyway, being retarded. Legacy. Thank you. Oh God, thank you, 12 people at the same time. Yeah, they're bringing back all these legacy skins that they had discontinued, which I guess really sucks for people that bought them a long time ago and thought that they would never sell them again. But it's awesome for me because some of these skins, man, like I think I'm gonna end up spending too much money on skins, even for characters I don't play. Like there's like Bewitching Nidalee. It's like Nidalee is like a hot little witch riding a broom and throwing brooms. Come on, you need to own that. You need to add that to your life's assets.
Man, and honestly, like if my like goth Annie skin goes up for sale again, I'll be mad because I thought it was a special skin.
Well, goth Annie, I don't think it is. It wasn't on the list for Harlem skins.
Oh, nice.
But you know, it is coming in December. They actually gave a list, so even like as far as next June, I think some of the when the World Cup starts again, the Euro Cup or some shit starts in June. I guess that they had made some soccer skins back in the day. There was Olympic skins. Like, did you know that there was like a hockey player, Jax, and there was like a Corky and a bobsleigh. Like there were some skins I didn't even know they existed. Like I've never seen them ever. And yeah, so I'm pretty excited because the one in particular, Ernest Elf Tristana, is coming back in December. So the first time they sold it since I think like 2009 or whenever they first brought it out. And I think, if you recall, for my birthday, all I asked for from anyone in the world was for Riot Games to give me Ernest Elf Tristana, and they didn't. But I get to buy it for myself for Christmas. That's gonna be my Christmas gift to myself. So anyway. So yeah, Striker Ezreal was the soccer player Ezreal. That's a pretty cool skin. But man, my TPA Ezreal is just like, that's my favorite Ez skin.
Yeah.
Dude, I got my Sivir pack skin I won from you guys. You know what, dude? I don't have Sivir packs. Pack Sivir, and it hurts. It like really hurts sometimes. Like when I like totally like want to like play some Sivir, and then like I can't because my skins are like so gay. Man, I'm never gonna get that skin either. They're never gonna release it. That's what I'll ask for Christmas next year, Pack Sivir, because they're redoing Sivir, Geoff. I don't know if you know this, but she probably won't totally suck anymore, and then I won't have any skins to play her with. Yeah.
She is kind of balls. Man, we still need to push for the Jeremy Ez and the Caitlyn FPS Caitlyn.
Dude, totally. Like a bald Caitlyn, man.
Yeah, man. Bald FPS Caitlyn with boom headshot shirt.
Do you know what I read elsewhere too? So there's a lot of like little Pure Pwnage things that kind of are like kind of have been revealed by riders or whatever. And like, you know, Caitlin says, "What is happening in the monitor?" I saw in an AMA some riders were doing. My monitor's dying, dude. What the fuck?
Well, luckily we're not in mid-game.
Yeah, what the fuck is happening? It is on this end. That's no good. What was I saying? You know what they call their now I'm losing my entire brain. Like their employee training program. Can you guess what they call it when you're first hired by Riot?
Denubification.
Yes.
No.
Yeah. You undergo denubification. I saw that in Toronto. That's great. It's pretty funny. No, it's actually like it's the connector at the back. My monitor is telling all the colors are popping, going crazy. When I move the connector, it's fixing it.
25% download complete on generals. It's taking a while.
Yeah. Oh man, a Pure Pwnage skin would be amazing. It would be totally amazing. In fact, Sebastian Ringette, his name is. He's an artist in Calgary that often shares a booth next to ours at the Comic-Con. Super nice guy, and in fact he's done some art for you, I think, for Space Janitors, and I think, right, he made a movie poster for you or something that was used. Do you know
Sebastian? He did
a
poster in Space Janitors, and he actually just did some fan art just recently.
Yeah, and he drew last year at the Comic-Con. He drew me this amazing Jeremy Jace. You know, Jace the top laner with the big hammer, and he's pretty fucking awesome, man. Gotta say, I think that skin fits Jeremy pretty well too, especially with the pecs and the chest hair. That's pretty good. Ezreal's a bit dainty, but Jeremy Lucian skin.
Yeah, man, we got to make this happen.
You know, one thing, because now, oh yes, sir, we have generals too. We can play that. If we were going to play LoL today, because I haven't even played a human being. I haven't played humans in LoL in like 2 weeks. Like all I've been able to do is get my first wins in the morning. But wouldn't mind trying Jinx out. Shit, you know.
Well, I still got 70% left on the download.
70%.
Yeah, but honestly though, when the movie's coming out, we should have Pure Pwnage skins on Riot, on League of Legends by then. That would be amazing.
Yeah, don't take that as an announcement. That no, we've never even brought this up with Riot, but that would be amazing.
I know, we got to convince them.
That would be
amazing.
That'd
be epic?
Yeah, or convince. Oh wait, yeah, never mind. That would be. I think people can make custom skins though too, right? Like people make custom map skins and custom skins, and you just have to sort of load them on your own, and then other people can't see them, but you can see them on your end. So even if we couldn't get like official Riot skins, we could make a custom community pack that people could, like, you know, use themselves. It doesn't quite feel the same when other people can't see your awesome Jeremy skin though, you know what I mean? But
so we could play a quick ARAM, right? Quick ARAM.
ARAM, huh?
I'm just
yeah, we could have a quick ARAM, I guess. Last couple times I tried ARAM, I really wasn't liking it though, man. I was maybe because I got some bad champions or something. But,
yeah, you got the shaft. It is also a very different game. Like the strategies are totally different. So I'm gonna take a break here. I gotta get some more tea, because my throat is starting to cough. And yeah, we should play one round of LOL, and then we'll switch to Command and Conquer when my download's done. What do you think?
Yeah, we can totally do that. We can totally do that.
Okay, I'll be back in a few minutes.
A few minutes? Oh my god. Dota 2 announced back. You know, actually, that fucking thing is finally almost finished. In fact, I would hope by next week I'll I can say to you that our hands are washed of that, and it's either up there or it's not soon. But fueled by, keep in mind, the reason it's taking long is because we just keep getting more and more behind, at least mentally, because we set internal time limits. So we always say it, and we do really believe this. Like it's done when it's done. When we're super happy with the script and it's locked, we're like, this is going to be the best movie ever. Then that's it. But at the same time, I feel very behind because I thought for sure we'd be done months ago. So I keep just putting off anything that isn't the movie. It just gets sidelined. But the last week or so, there's been a couple points and story points in the third act that I've been like racking my brain over, and I've had brutal writer's block where I'm going to spend like literally sometimes 4 or 6 hours pacing around a room, sweating, and nothing's like coming of it. And I started to finally just to finish the Dota 2 announcer pack that's been sitting there in the back of my mind for a long time. So finally, sorry about that, but I was trying to be responsible and prioritize properly, but at some point when you're pacing around a room for hours and only stressing yourself out, it's best to just switch tasks and do something mechanical. So yeah, finally that will be coming soon. Sorry guys. So all you Dota lovers, I know it took longer than it should have, but but yeah. Any questions while Jeff's gone? He's from me. No, I'm actually cold. Oh god. Versus shit towel. Oh, that's great. Even the that's funny. Yeah. That movie poster. Click that in the stream. That's. What do I think of Killer Instinct coming back? Is that like a? Is that a really new announcement? I thought I remember hearing it was coming back a while ago. I used to love the shit out of Killer Instinct way back in the day. God, what system was it? Was that N64 or was that the GameCube? I can't remember. The graphics were like amazing. Remember when we got it, I was just completely blown away by the graphics. But it's been so long. I'll drop this. Jerry versus Shit Towel. Super Nintendo. Wow, yeah, it was Super, wasn't it? Oh my god. Yeah, the very first one. Yeah, Combo Breaker, man. Yeah, I thought it was really neat what they did. I used to love the combos, stringing combos together. It was really fun. But I don't really know what happened to it after that. We got kind of out of it with my friends, and we got back into like Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter, and then we never. And then one day we got into Smash Brothers, and that was it. Everything was over after Smash Brothers. I don't think we ever took another fighter 100% seriously after that. We tried new Street Fighter iterations, but we just go right back to Melee. So with Smash, man. Even the original Smash on the 64, we fucking, oh my god, we played that so much. Oh, I should take off the shit towel. That was Quinoa Cale. Quinoa Cale. You sound like the salads that Stacy makes for me all the time. Those incredibly tasty quinoa kale salads. Jarett Mon. He's got to own them all. Yeah, Pokemon, the new Pokemon's out. I haven't played it. Don't know what to talk about that. Yeah, if you eat quinoa and kale all the time, you're definitely healthy. That's for sure. Quinoa's the shit, man. Really, I'm actually grown quite fond of it. Am I excited for Smash Bros. On Wii U? Not as much as I was excited for Brawl. And then after Brawl was not as good as its predecessor, I'm just more hesitant, a little more cynical. And in fact, I might not even buy it day one. I might not get it until after people like Contra 28 get it and tell me that it's good and worth getting. And I'll go, okay. And I'll give it a shot. But Do you have a favorite stand-up comedian? Yes, I do. Yeah, 3DS Smash Brothers. Very interesting. It is not Dane Cook. It is certainly not Dane Cook. It's not Derek Sweet either, although Derek Sweet's a very good friend, and he's my best friend of any. I have a lot of friends that are comedians, or, friends, but none as good as Derek. In terms of comedians still making content today, I think Louis C.K. is like the funniest guy that's putting out stuff right now. And in terms of comedians who have passed away and can't make any more, I think Bill Hicks was the most inspiring comic I've ever known. He's the reason I got into comedy, I think. Sitting around listening to Dangerous and Relentless and Derek Sweet's Car in high school is when I decided, I'm like, I can't believe this guy's saying what he's saying on stage and they're not killing him and they're actually laughing. And then so I decided to get into stand-up, and then that took me to Toronto, and then Pure started, and look at that. Thanks, Bill Hicks. Mitch Hedberg was hilarious. I don't think he was Canadian, though. I think he was from California. He was pretty funny. But he's a one-liner comic. He's not the kind of comic that's going to change your life and inspire you. Bill Hicks is the kind of comic that would go off on stage for 5 minutes talking about just what's wrong with humanity in general, or what's right with humanity, and he's a very inspiring man. Whereas Mitch Hedberg is just funny with one-liner jokes.
He's his own kind of genius. I don't think we'll see that ever again.
There's a lot of people that rip him off. Occasionally, I still hear comedians deliver jokes in that Mitch Hedberg style. He literally developed his own delivery, right? Most comics, when you go to comedy clubs, they all share a very similar delivery. It's just the way things are done. But it really wasn't the way things are always done. It was Richard Pryor really popularized that style of delivery back in the 70s. Eddie Murphy kind of took it, and it took it a little bit further. And nowadays, when you go to a club, it doesn't matter which comedian is, white, Chinese, black, whatever. They all have that same Richard Pryor inspired kind of comedian thing. And now we just know it as being comedians. But it doesn't have to be that way. That's just sort of one delivery style. And Mitch Hedberg came in and just completely original, his own style. A Tool song with a quote from Bill Hicks is Third Eye. And in fact, that's how I learned of Bill Hicks. He was dead before I'd ever heard an album of his. I picked up Tool Anima, and he was in the album art, and then his voice in Third Eye. And, so we grabbed his CDs, and look at that. And next thing I knew, I was redirecting my life. Aziz Ansari is pretty funny.
Yeah, I liked a lot of Human Giant skits, but I don't think they're together anymore. They all moved on to different things.
Yeah, Doug Stanhope. I've listened to some Doug Stanhope. A lot of people recommend me Stanhope, actually, when they hear that I like Bill Hicks. I don't think he's a Bill Hicks. He's a bit crazier, pretty out there, but I think he says a lot of really cool things. I think he's a really funny guy. But he's a bit crazy, I think, in real life too. I know a lot of comedians that have worked with him, and he's a bit out there. A lot of comedians are pretty out there. I think I'm really tame by their standards. I think in terms of the way they live their life, they're very day by day and heavy, drugs and alcohol sort of users, and because it's a tough business. Oh my God, man, it's comedy's brutal. It's so hard to start as a comic these days. In fact, if any of you wanted to be comedians, I think the best shot you'd have is self-taping at home and running laugh tracks and trying to build a set in a studio or something, because trying to fight for time in clubs and get that 5 or maybe 7 minutes if you're really lucky, like every few weeks. And the frequency is not there. It's not enough to develop your talent quickly enough for the most part. And all those gigs you're doing, you're not getting paid for. In fact, you're kind of paying to do them. Like imagine you had a band and you went to bars and and in order to get on stage and play with your band, you had to pay the bar, and you had to ensure that you had to promise them you'll bring in 15 people, they're going to buy X number of drinks and all this shit. And that's how comedy works. Like it's a very exploitative business by the people that run the sort of comedy circuits, particularly in Canada, because there's a monopoly or close to a monopoly in Canada. It's not like this in the US, but in Canada there's a chain called Yuck Yucks. And they're the vast majority of comedy chains across Canada. And they have exclusivity agreements with their comics. So if you're a Yucks comic, you can't do any other clubs. So they kind of pushed everyone else out of the market. And then what they did is that, because of that, it's every comic wants to work for Yucks because it's the only way you can actually make a living, make that whopping $12K a year to eat peanut butter sandwiches every day. But then Yucks picks and chooses who gets to be a comic in Canada. And they have bad taste, like almost anyone in that sort of executive position. That's why TV sucks too. They're not picking the funniest, edgiest comedians. They're picking the ones that they liked when they had beers with them, the one that kissed their ass the most, and et cetera, et cetera. And so similar to television in Canada, comedy in Canada has suffered. You go to some Yucks clubs and you see middles and headliners, and they're just fucking terrible compared to dudes you see coming out of the States or you see online, and you have to wonder why. But that's exactly why. They didn't master the most important skill, which is kissing ass.
My download's 89% complete.
Oh, really? I guess at this point we should just hang out for that.
Yeah.
It's almost there. Did you ever believe your real names were really Jeremy? Did we ever believe it? I'm not really sure I know what you're asking.
Man, I'm so method. I believed it.
I have responded to Jeremy my whole life. Let's see, I'll give you that. I guess it sounds just like Jarett. So if a teacher would be like, Jeremy, it's like I'm already there after the first syllable. Oh yeah, UFC. I think there's a big UFC fight tonight. I watch UFC. Like I'll say I watch UFC, but I'm not like a UFC fan. I don't walk around in like affliction gear starting fights at bars or anything like that. And I don't even watch. I watch maybe a third to a quarter of them, but I just watch particular fighters that I really enjoy, and I'll often watch it after the fact. Like I'll download, because unless you're going out to a big bar or something, or you have a lot of money and you're going to drop $50 to watch a fucking sporting event at home for a few hours, it's not the most accessible thing. But I don't miss like GSP, and I love Anderson Silva, although not everybody does. But yeah, so I think someone was saying I didn't even I knew there's a huge UFC coming up with it's Cain Velasquez, right, and Junior Dos Santos, right, which is actually crazy. And if that's tonight, that's actually crazy. Is that happening right now? Anderson Silva became a prick in the ring, didn't he? He kind of got cocky, but like the reality is, like I think he's the best fighter I've ever seen in a ring, like period. Like the guy like is like a spider. Like he really is like on another level. He's like an insect or something. It's like the world moves in slow motion to him. He's just such a precision striker. I can't believe it. He's next level. The guy's an alien. And honestly, if he wasn't a cocky idiot, he still wouldn't have lost. But yeah, he's funny and he's just an alien. Like he's just next level talent. Next level talent, that guy. So should I be booting up Origin as well, Geoff? General's going.
I'm installing 20%. It's installing pretty quick.
Sweet. Generals 2, huh?
Yeah, you can load her up.
have to. I've never added this on. Oh yeah, another thing, dude. So brutal. Sorry guys, I might get loud here for a sec. Hover over your speaker knob. Okay, I'm gonna try to move the volume down as fast as I can. Okay, that should be good. Let's set this up. So, do I have to add you as a friend outside of the game, I guess, maybe? Create a party, invite friend, and I have no friends. So I think that I do, man. I think I've got to add you. In fact, can you add me, Uvi, Oovii? I don't know what your name is. And you'll do it from Origin, I think in the top right there.
Okay, I can do it in my Origin.
Yeah.
Add a friend, okay.
Yeah. Where was that question?
Search. Okay, I found you there, I believe.
Literally, the name is Mr. Potsmoker420 asks, what are your thoughts on legalizing marijuana? Don't think I need to ask him his thoughts.
Did you get my friend request?
Hold on a minute. No. Why not?
So I'm going to search. Okay.
At the bottom, there's add friend. Did you use the add friend? And then
there we go.
There we go. I see it. Sweet. My thoughts on legalizing weed are that I cannot believe that in the year 2013 in most first world countries it's not legal. Like I can't believe it's actually debate. Like to me, it's like in my brain, it's already in the like the gay category, the interracial marriage category. The like, how are we still talking about this? Like, how is this even an issue? Like, do you know how fucking backwards I think you have to be to think that it makes sense to keep that substance illegal, and then while we mass market and consume much more dangerous things like alcohol and tobacco and everything like that. Like it's stupid. I was on a podium about this like 20 years ago, like when I was a teenager. It blew my mind then. And now I'm just so old. I'm just so tired of the issue. I don't even know what to do anymore. It's like, oh, fuck it. Literally 20 years ago, and especially in Canada, it would be in every second year in the paper. It's coming, legalized next year. RCMP would be police. Like, oh yeah, it's coming, and it just never came. It just never happened. And my understanding situation is that it was U.S. pressure, that they threatened us, trade-wise or something, if we legalize it. I don't know. But and in fact, I'll go one step further, man. I think there's a lot of fucking people that need to smoke a joint in this planet. Really, I think it'd be a lot better world if all of a sudden we just swapped out magically all alcohol and replaced it all with weed. And I think we might find that domestic violence and hate and even wars would decline pretty fucking fast. Yeah, when the drug of choice isn't a drug that makes you stupid and aggressive. Yeah, we should give that drug to everyone. That's a really good drug. Anyways, I'm ready to get the fight now. Got all this cider in me, yeah. My thoughts on legalizing meth are slightly different. You know what? I've never used meth. I will never use it, and so in that way, I'm kind of okay with it being illegal. But on the whole, I think most of these substances could probably be legal and monitored properly, and they might not be so bad. I think in Europe there's a few cases like in Spain and the Netherlands that have seen great success with legalizing drugs and actually seeing hard drug use go down. and not up, like you would think. So it's a bit counterintuitive, but.
I'm loading up generals here, man.
Okay, here's my first complaint. Hope Victor Games is listening. I cannot turn the fucking music off. Now, the very first thing I do in any game I've ever played is go in and turn the fucking music off right away. And I can't do that here.
Options, sound, master volume. They haven't added music.
No, they haven't. Yeah, I'm sure they would. Right? Okay, I'm adding the game source right now. If it crashes, that's why. Oh shit, son. Now move this down to the bottom. Ooh, can you guys?
All right, full screen here.
Is that working out for you guys? Can you see that? Oh, I didn't put up that that Stream Noobs sticker this time, did I? The image. I think that coupon was active. I didn't put it up. Anyway, yeah, I played Red Alert 3, man. I played Red Alert 3 in alpha in EA's office. They brought us out to do alpha testing on it in a private setting, and they brought out like Apollo, like Sean Clark, like the StarCraft 2 shoutcaster. He was the world champion. WCG world champion for Command & Conquer 3. And he was out there. There's a bunch of us. Fox 333, who I mentioned in the web series, was out there. A bunch of crazy people were out there. And they brought us out a couple times, and then again for the expansion pack and stuff. And we made, some good progress, but ultimately bringing out 12 guys as awesome as us for a couple weeks can only do so much. All right, so.
So there's PvP, PvE team battle, onslaught. I don't know what all this stuff is.
I don't know either. Here, let me go in the game. I'm too busy reading chat. I should get. Okay, here we go. I'm in the game. Some exclamation. It's online, playing, online, playing. Okay, so do I see? Are we in a party? Can we make a party here? Or I just try to add you to a party?
I'm in your party, man.
Okay, I'm just turning my sound right off. That's.
Oh, we're the same general.
Yeah, it's R1 GLC. So right away, I'm a little bit overwhelmed by this. Are you overwhelmed by this main screen?
Well, they're reinventing the wheel. They're like, the interface is too much shit. There's shit moving.
Yeah.
There's pictures like changing.
The background changing. I'm like, oh shit, that's like the whole news thing, the whole background. But I don't know where to put my eyes. I don't know what is clickable and wasn't. And it just seems. I know I'll learn it, but fucking.
And like, what's the difference between PvE and onslaught mode? Like, why make up a new word for a game mode that we all know is going to be the same as like PvP or like versus computer? Like, there's standard the standard game modes for RTS or MOBAs or whatever, depending on custom game versus match game or whatever. Anyway. It's not very intuitive, but probably not too hard to learn.
See, what I got really scared when I was going out, so you go to customize underneath play PvP there, and it stopped responding.
Okay, now I have like VP and CP, so this is kind of like.
So that's like your IP and your RP, except I reversed it.
So I need to unlock some of them.
Yeah, VP is only purchasable with money, I think.
Yeah.
Let me click this push. Yeah, choose VP.
Can the stream people see your desktop?
Yes, they can. I think so. In fact,
this might be pretty boring.
Hold on, I really hope so. Let me go confirm.
Oh yeah, that's good. Yeah, we'll see the desktop.
Okay, sweet. Yeah, so VP is RP and then CP is your IP. So one thing, so you can go to your generals, you got your generals there, and then you can go to modify generals. And so then you see, so if you do this with me, you see tactician, which is like my GLA commander. And then underneath it's like says activate, and it's a button. I don't know what that does or what it's activating. Then there's skill perks and arsenal. So there's all these empty boxes on skill perks. And then I clicked on one, yeah. And then if you click on an empty skill perks box, then all these perks pop up. Improve helipad, reduce cooldown, blah, 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 like all these different effects these things can have in a game. And they cost CP, which is the currency you earn from playing the game.
Yeah.
So you, instead of saving your CP to buy generals and stuff, you can spend it on I think it's a one-off. It's like you literally, I think, buy that, right, for one game? Or are these persistent?
This is hugely overwhelming.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, control, conquer, global,
activate,
like,
yeah.
oh, fuck. And this is one general, dude. And that's just skill perks. And I go to Arsenal, and it says here, okay, I have 2 available powers. Supply drop, deploys a crate that heals over time, grants Fender Scene, gives temporary attack bonus, and on the double. Okay, so my available powers in my Arsenal, yeah, it says they're priced 45 CP per game. The cost will be deducted post-game. So you can buy only with in-game money, so I guess they're still trying to maintain, gameplay integrity there, they are. But it'll just take away from the amount of CP that you made by playing that game. I guess you can offset some of the IP you would have earned by increasing your chances, by buying these powers to increase your chance to win or something.
Yeah, it looks like the skill perks are going to come when you play the generals more, and I think that star is going to move underneath the general's portrait, is going to move from left to right, and I'm assuming, based on you can't really see the star, my face is over it, but yeah, I'm assuming.
Yeah, like player power loadout. I don't know what that is under Arsenal. Do you see that? It's like when I hover over them, I don't have any tooltips or anything.
Yeah, and there's still too much on the screen. Like, what are you supposed to be focused on here? Like, feeds, friends, chat are still available. I guess all this stuff is stuff that you learn, but like,
oh, neat. What is?
It's alpha.
Do you see this live map? If there's like an arrow in the bottom right, you click and a map popped up. But I wonder, someone's playing from the middle of the Atlantic Ocean there.
Should we just play the tutorial, or should we just start like a comp stomp co-op versus AI game, or?
Welcome to the tutorial channel. This will be a hub. There is no tutorial, I think.
Is it under learn, play tutorial?
Yeah.
Oh, there isn't one, yeah.
Yeah, it just comes up with, there's a beginner's guide here, but F that. Let's just, what's a team battle premium feature? Custom skirmish. So if I go into a custom skirmish, I can hit play. Is this going to pull you in? Yeah, there we go. So add a couple AIs here. Can I change this one? Oh, it's just random. Okay, cool. So look at that. EU, APA, and
all right, I'm locking in.
Sweet. I'm gonna start the spell now. Delta. Oh, I think that's just a bug. All right, let's load it up, man. Just wait till you get in the game. You want to feel overwhelmed. But yeah, it's a new RTS game. I forgot, man. There's so much to learn. But in this case now, it seems like there's so much to learn outside of the game. With all that customization stuff, it seems really deep. And this is the only GLA general that we have, by the way. It starts with one of each general, and you have to play a bunch to unlock the rest. So no hotkeys, Q.
Oh, it seems the black level's pretty high. Oh, the dozer.
Well, I was just thinking the opposite about mine. It seems a bit bleached, but.
No, yeah. Like I mean, the black level is too gray. Like it's very bleached.
Do I have to build a command center?
What is this? That's a harvesting center, so I have to. Building a command center. I assume that's a good spot for it.
All right.
I can build another dozer. Nice. Build another harvester. Sure. There's
Dude,
my money.
The music thing, man, it's like a showstopper.
What? It's not exciting getting you in the mood.
No, it's actually probably really good music. I haven't played a game of music in something I wish StarCraft 2 had so badly. Don't understand why you couldn't change the facing of your building. Okay.
Power plant. Barracks. Let's get some barracks.
Is that guy do anything? Fuck's that?
Assume I'll need a power plant for something.
Any way I wanted. Nowadays, if I want to choke you, they say I need to bring, how you say, disinfectant.
No. Barracks. Q.
Are the enemy generals talking to you?
Wait, I already have a fucking barracks. Wait, what the fuck? Okay, that's... Jesus. Okay. This guy with war factions. I suppose we can build. Alright, so where are we on the map, man? Wait, you're yellow. Alright. So this is my oil. So you'll notice too that it's very StarCraft 2 like maps. So it's not very general. They're not open. You actually are, I think you're in a base like me, you're enclosed, and there's one ramp. So keep that in mind where the ramp is.
Okay, there's also water access here. Are there water units?
Oh, dude, I'm building a technical. No, there's no water units. Tunnel entrance? What? What was that? Oh no. What are you doing? Stop. Tunnel E. Oh, fuck you. Whatever.
I see enemy units.
Let's go around. See some enemies over here. Come on. Can I garrison shit? Nice. Get in that fucking building, bitches. Alright.
Oh, that sucks. You have to enter buildings from like a particular location of the building. Wow.
Okay, now here's what needs to happen. Get the fuck in there. What the fuck? The fuck does that symbol mean? What the fuck? Oh my god, dude. I can't get guys in my technical. What the fuck? Here's anything. Lots of technicals, man. Queue up them techs. I just saw a jet fly over. Oh, there's fucking jets flying over my base. Oh my god, this guy's gonna fucking die. Some shit. So let's see, rocket site. Some jets are effing my shit site. Chemical lab unlocks. Motherfucking shit. Oh man, I want some motherfucking shit. What? I suppose we can build. Oh, with a mouse click, yes, of course. So what's happening with shit? You got a good army yet? I got tons
I've
of...
established a forward operating base. I'm under attack. With enemy Humvee.
I'm just gonna... I think his... Oh, it's pretty far away, actually. Fuck, what's wrong?
And this is pretty awkward the way that they enter buildings.
Well, it's pretty fucking gay. I can't get them to enter my technical, man. Maybe they don't have that turned on yet? I don't know. See, this whole ramp thing is... It doesn't feel very generous.
Watch as our rockets usher in a new era.
I need to build some oil over here. Come on, man. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Dude, and you know what else I can't do? You can't run over guys, man. How wrong is that?
Pretty wrong. Oh, you getting your ass kicked or something?
Nah. Is that a dozer? Sweet. Yeah, and so when I was trying to run over guys, it's
Our units must go fight.
this thing is still not blown up. What?
Men tell me I'm not ready for war. They're not ready for real women.
And the one key I missed too from generals, I don't know if it's here, maybe some of the chat knows, but like a select all units, or select all offensive units kind of key. So they heat about, you can just hit like Q and poof, and just get all your units coming on the map, man. Whoa. Sweet, man. Alright, so need to upgrade some shot. How do I do this? Okay. Toxin sounds good. Improve training and shit. Molotov cocktail? Yeah.
Yeah, man. You attacking?
I've been kind of outside of the front of this dude's base rod. I think he keeps sending dozers or something. I don't know what he's doing. He's sort of screening them one at a time, like a really wise RTS player. But I don't know how to build. Oh, so now I got Scorps, Nuke Track, Toxin, Artillery. No, I wanted a fucking Scorpion. Shit. I think I just jerried that War Factory.
Advanced Tech Lab. Usually the harvesters would start harvesting the thing that's right fucking beside them. No.
Not to know what this AI is doing. Insurgent. Oh, Insurgent sounds fun.
I let my rockets do the talking.
So,
What else can we take down?
oh my god, I have to. So each of my war factories has to be upgraded individually, Geoff.
That's balls.
Oh, what the fuck? Okay, fuck it. Throw me like that. And then they can only do one of two things, apparently. They can either build things like Scorps or Salvage Bay. What the fuck, man? Salvage Bay. Salvage Bay. So you have to sort of choose between being able to build talks and stuff. Yeah, you should totally not run in there.
Our men look bored.
Wow, that's... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, sorry, do I have squirps yet? No, I don't. Do you feel like we're too far away from our guys? Feel a bit too detached? I know back in the general's days I used to wish that we could pull the camera out more. Maybe this is a little too far out. Black market tank. Shit, I'm kind of running out of money, man. So are you fighting any bitches?
I'll fight with you. I'm just got some guys on the way. Ready? I'm going to your guys.
Yeah, bring the guys over here. My guys are kind of shite.
All right, here comes my guys.
I'm out of money, I think, pretty much. 5 age.
All right, I gotta take out that base. My choppers. You gonna give me support?
Yeah, I'm with my tiny army, man.
Thunderstorm. You have to be in the right
It's
mood.
coming. I think that's all I got. What the fuck? It's both workers. No.
Whoa, what are all those jets? Is that you?
Oh, I had no general's powers, man. Sandstorm goes in damage over time bombing on nuclear liberation.
Let's keep this up.
Oh, what did I just drop in there? Timed anti-structure bomb.
We'll be the end
The fuck?
of them.
There we go.
Good old attack move works.
I let my rockets do the talking.
Those are your tanks of awesomeness.
It's my spec ops facility. There.
Oh man, I really gotta start.
What else?
You don't even have to be afraid of dozers, man. They can't run you over. It's a bit sad. Supplies. I need to get the supplies. Drop the supplies. Get the supplies. I think we totally effed this guy on his aim.
Just thinking that.
Yeah, man. I've just got some bombers gonna take out this other guy's oil rig. Wow, these things kick ass.
Nice, I've got a worker here, man. That's what you... Okay, whatever's... What?
These things have insane range. Wow.
Is that a D?
What the hell?
What?
Suddenly my air units are getting damaged. I have no idea why.
do they have to land? Is it like, are they helicopter style, or are they...
Yeah, they're helicopters. Weird, there's no indication of any damage. I guess it's alpha.
Sweet.
Slab.
I suppose we can get it. Damn it, this revenue map's pissing me off. I'm gonna start camping outside this other dude's ass, man. There's some ass right here. Man, control single click doesn't get them all. Shit. Look at that dozer. Oh, it's classic. That's what I got. Upgrade some shit. Man.
I got some Spec Ops teams.
Oh, dude, I didn't realize I'm actually trying to infiltrate some shit. Oh shit, dude. Are you watching those things?
Yeah, I don't give a fuck about them. I don't know why they're getting damaged.
No, I think I saw the enemy move in.
Yeah, but they got to red and I have no idea.
But see that missile thing there? Didn't that thing just fuck your shit?
But before that they were full health and then suddenly without any indication they were just red. Oh, here's a bomb.
I don't know. Are there stealth units or something? Because you know what I need.
Did I kill my own guys? I did.
I'm leaving this up huge, but I know what I need. Okay. Aside from more supplies, stashes everywhere. Anyway, on the map. Dude, it's right here. Wow, I'm a fucking noob. 5, 6, 7. Now. We need an idle worker button, dude. That's desperately missing.
I think there is an indication of idle work there. If you look at the bottom left. Oh yeah. If you click the bottom left, you click the dozer button. That's pretty cool.
Bottom left dozer button.
Sorry. But bottom right. Sorry.
Oh, sweet. Do I have to double click it to go to them? Okay. What the fuck are these guys doing here?
It tells you. It's actually that's actually a great innovation. How it tells you progress.
Yes. When I click my tunnels, though, I can't see what's... Oh, why is nothing moving? What? 7, so if I build this motherfucker. Build this motherfuckers.
Building oil derrick. Yeah, man. I want that money.
No.
Should really get an APC on my.
So let's see. Consider rallying to this. Exit is still Q. Nice, dude. Ah, but that didn't go in there. Why the fuck not? What?
What's this mine? Oh, you built a mine of some kind, Jarett?
That's a tunnel.
Oh,
That's my tunnel network. They're not little anymore. What the fuck? You have to build an upgrade to get vehicles in there.
Oh, really?
Okay. Do I need to do that over here too? And I see this build tunnel exit? What does that mean? Oh, it's for permanent deployment tunnel exit. What the fuck's the difference between a tunnel entrance and an exit? Oh, that's unnecessary. Oh. So I think I solved my problem. So what you can actually do, which is really fucking cool, Geoff, is as soon as this is upgraded, perfect. Just to confirm. I can waypoint my buildings into my tunnel, and they'll automatically just build and go straight into the tunnel, which I think I can't actually remember if I did that in channels too. And then I can just hang on my tunnel exit, waypoint my tunnel exit, and just hit Q, and everything I'm building is just right on the front lines, man.
Yeah.
I was running my shit across the map, man. What is this, fucking StarCraft 2? Come on. Alright, holy shit.
Man, it's weird having my brain in different places after playing MOBA for so long.
Dude, I'm totally feeling the same thing. Holy shit!
You know what? I'm getting this game is growing on me. I'm getting a sense of the game. I think it's the RTS is coming back.
Yeah, it's growing on me a bit too. It was a bit frustrating at first, but just that I'm so out of RTS in my play. I haven't even played StarCraft 2 in quite a long time.
The traffic jam with all these units is a bit weird. They're moving in weird ways.
I have to get back into middle
It's
click
difficult to
scrolling.
code.
Yeah, you know, the pathfinding is pretty brutal. It's pretty shit right now. I got it, like, you know, but it's an alpha, so I mean,
Of course, yeah.
but shit is clunky, man. Like this is clunky, and you know why it's clunky in a big way? The fucking squads, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Why does my squad have to take up that much space in the screen? Look at that. Like, look at how this thing, like, oh, I want to move there. Oh, yeah, just, yeah, move. EA, if you're out there, man, kill the squads right now. Kill the squads. Let infantry be run over by medium plus size vehicles. Like, oh, no. In fact, all vehicles should run over infantry. But stupid little things like the sandbuggy should take damage doing it.
Motorcycles.
Yeah, I guess motorcycles couldn't. That's the only thing that couldn't do last generation. But I mean, I've got this huge fucking truck. Anyway, I kind of want to move in and bust some ass. Oh my god, you know I have... Oh, is that a quad cannon? Oh, wait, I can actually... Are you ready to fuck some bitches?
Sure.
That wasn't built to last.
I think the enemy has no troops, maybe?
He's got 4 dozers, man, just sitting there. It's pretty dumb AI, but, you know, we are on easy, right?
Yeah.
Let's play hard.
We're
or a human.
ready for a harder AI.
Yeah, we're pros now.
Oh,
Hard AI, man.
so good. How am I so good? Amazing.
Mm. Yeah, look, the victory logo has proper black levels, but like everything just seems so washed out. Like I need to adjust my monitor to play this.
Yes, everything seemed very, but not the menus though, and even the
Yeah.
that awesome graphic they cut to at the end with the 3 dudes standing there, the 3 generals, amazing. Like really nice color, really sharp. Here we go. Oh, my first one of the day. That should be centered.
Yeah.
It's like left justified on the congratulations and this is your first win, and then yeah, that's not. That should be laid out a bit nicer, but. 500 CP, 200 experience.
And the close looks like a big error red, hey?
Mm-hmm.
Close button, it's like... It looks like something's wrong. And it's so alarming red. Well, I think we out-averaged income them.
I like how they sum it for the teams.
Yeah, that's good.
Our team's average resources per minute. Oh. They just kicked me from the game because I guess there's a patch coming down.
Oh, yeah. Me too. What if they're making all the changes we talked about?
They're like, dude, we just watched Jeremy play the game. We have to do some serious changes right now.
Oh,
Holy
man,
shit.
we're going to change that black level of the washed out graphics. So what did you guys think? Let us know in chat. We weren't watching chat for the...
Yeah, and for some reason, Twitch doesn't save chat. Often after streams, I've kind of wanted to go back through chat and see what I missed because it's hard to pay attention to everything at once. But I don't get to do that. So,
I did have a 3-dozer build in the end. And guess what? I built a whole bunch of oil rigs all over the map.
I'm actually shocked you had no money at the end. Well, I nuked out at the start. I had my 1 supply and I grabbed an oil. Like I didn't even expand to the end of supply. And then after that, I had like 4 or 5 supplies and a couple oils. I thought I was raping the money, but man, you were killing it. No, mostly the chat seems to be
Did
people.
Kyle get defecated?
No, people are just arguing LOL versus Dota 2. The day we have a stream, like, honestly, the day that argument stops.
Well, what are you going to play now? Well, they update.
Yeah, so what's happening? Like, is it updated already?
Shall we play?
Just play some Command & Conquer, man.
We're going to try and play here.
Do you want to play some hard bots or something? Oh.
Yeah.
So
but you know what? My initial impression, which of course will change, is like, okay, it's an RTS. Like, it's an RTS game, and like, there's nothing really new or better than 2004 Generals 0 Hour. Is that your opinion, Jarett?
Yes. Now, keeping in mind, of course, it's an alpha. If this was like a launch product, I'd feel more comfortable being critical of it. But
Yeah.
But no, and even in chat, people are asking, wait, so does it capture the feel? That didn't feel anything like Command and Conquer Generals to me. It almost felt closer to other Command and Conquers, I think, than Generals.
Yeah.
And the reason for that is that Generals, and what put it ahead of, in my opinion, every other RTS ever made, including StarCraft 2, was the finesse that every unit had. Every unit had its own turn radius, its own rate of acceleration, and you could do the most subtle, precise things with each unit. And you'd have players that are like, they're not just good at a race, or one general style of play, like mech Terran versus bio Terran. There's guys that are just masters with their technicals, and guys that are masters with their toxin, scud launchers, and guys that are masters of their overlord tanks. And you need to learn each different unit because they all had these subtleties. And it was a game where you had a smaller number of units and you controlled them so precisely and so subtly. And in general, just really popped. Everything felt really, really responsive. But I guess thinking back, I got pretty frustrated by the responsiveness. It was certainly not as responsive as like a StarCraft is, because Blizzard, man, they don't fuck around when it comes to building an engine. But I think they have a ways to go. Like one, the hitboxes on the units are too big. Squads are bullshit.
They always had they did a great job of showing you what was shooting what, with trails.
Yes,
and
that's
types of fire.
That's missing too, right?
Yeah, you got to know what's hitting what.
Yes.
So I'm not sure if that is the case in in this game yet. I haven't really had enough combat experience, but that's essential.
Yeah, and I think even StarCraft 2 missed that a little bit in terms of what you would, like, you see a muzzle flash in a Marine, but I always really liked that the old school CNCs, there would be like a tracer. You'd always see a tracer, and you could see lines, and you were never for a millisecond confused as to what is hitting what's causing the damage.
Or in the case of like infantry in Generals, they had no range, so they had to be shooting the thing that they're pointing at right in front of them, right? So
infantry had range. Just mean smaller range, or whatever.
Yeah, they had a smaller range, so it was like you didn't necessarily need like lines showing you where the infantry were shooting just because it was low range. At least maybe I'm mistaken. That's how I remember it.
And it's also it's the modern graphics. It's a very nice looking game, but it's almost so gritty and so photorealistic and so dusty. At least my GLA stuff, that it just things blend into the background better. It looks more like a movie that way. So it's like, in terms of taking pictures, it looks amazing. But in terms of a game, like sometimes when you look at a screen for a split second, it needs to pop. Especially as a spectator sport. If they want to make this a spectator sport, I have a hunch that what we just played, if we were on 360p or 480p, like a lower resolution, which a lot of people are restricted to watching streams, you
can't even see the people in the squad.
Yes,
the bullshit squad.
I think you'd be fucked. And just because the colors don't pop as much, like go right now and look at a screenshot of StarCraft 2 after just playing that, and see how much the units pop out of the map, and you're almost never on any good map, anyways, confused as to what is map and what is players' units. But here, but it's a tough call. Like I don't know what.
So you're offline, Jarett. It shows you as.
All right, I'm loading up Command and Conquer.
I'll be back in a couple of minutes.
All right. All right, let's watch this together. What did I get there? Nice. 4,569th place. That's just where I want to be. Got them right where I want them. Level. See, what are this? I wonder what this level does. I'm level 2 now. What did I get for that? Is anyone in the chat right now, like generals players that know lots about generals too? Could answer questions that I have. No, too busy arguing about Dota 2. Alright. You don't want to read this chat, Jarett. You know what? I probably don't. But that's a challenge accepted. Objectively, Dota's greater than LoL. Well, GG. I mean, if you make a statement like that, clearly the argument's over. Too bad, buddy. My Jarman's on a bike. Actually, this chat's pretty funny. Jarett, when was the last time you wore the bandana? I may have put it on recently for something, but the last time I really wore the bandana was in Calgary at the Comic Expo. The Calgary Comic Expo, yeah, that's what it's called, which is in April every year. And I did a you do panel. I don't know if you go to Comic Cons, but there's always panels, and so we did a Pure Pwnage panel. It was just me there. Geoff didn't come out to Calgary this year, so I was the only one there, and I didn't know what to do with my panel. It was kind of last minute learning I even had one, so I didn't have anything really prepared. So I had brought my bandana with me, and I threw it on, and I sort of tried to do the entire thing in character from the moment I came into the room until the moment it ended. I was just Jeremy. So Jeremy did the panel. You could ask Jeremy anything. It was like an AMA, but in person with Jeremy. And I had someone agree to film it, and they started filming it, and then they asked them to stop filming it and assured me that they were filming it in the back, and they had the film. So if I wanted a copy, I could have a copy. I own a copy. And then I could never get one. And I knocked on a few doors, and I think I mean, I know the guys at the con well, but I think what happened is that they lost it. So it's kind of shitty because I really wanted to like put that up on YouTube, assuming it wasn't totally terrible. So I just think it's really funny that I would have had a copy, but they had to stop the filming and assure me that they were going to get it, and then they didn't. But so for the people that were there was a couple hundred people in the room. It was really cool. It was pretty packed at the Calgary Comic Expo. I guess they had hopefully a fun time. I don't know. Am I going all days to WCS Toronto? I don't know yet for sure. Almost certainly I'll be there for the last day, but probably the first and the last if I had to take a guess. But it depends too, like who advances and who I want to see. It just might depend on the game lineup, I guess. It's also, even though I live in Toronto, I live like downtown, like Toronto proper, and it's not actually in Toronto. Like it's in the Greater Toronto area, but I think it's pretty much like Mississauga. Like it's out by the airport, and I don't drive. Like I live downtown, and I have a BMX bike, and I walk most places. So it's actually like a huge pain for me to get out there. So I kind of expect that I'll go on the last day for sure for the finals, and I might go on the Friday, the first day, just because it's the opening day. And check it out, but it'll kind of depend on my travel out there. I didn't steal Dave's BMX. Actually, Dave's BMX still kicks around. My buddy Ty bought it off Dave, and I just saw it on his balcony not too long ago. So it's nice to know it's still there. Dave did start the BMX trend, the 24-inch rim BMX trend. It's a very specific type. Actually, I can link my bike, or I can link this year's version of my bike anyway. But so BMX wheels I think are typically 18-inch, and these ones are 24-inch. Now mountain bikes tires are 26 inches, so a little bit bigger. So it's almost like the size of a mountain bike in terms of its tires, but it has the frame of a BMX, and it makes the perfect urban ride. Because biking through the city, you don't need gears and all that shit. Like really, it's geared pretty low, so I have no problems with hills or anything. And the greatest thing is in Ontario, the province I live in, the way that the bike laws work is that bikes with tires 24 inches or less are allowed on sidewalks legally, and any bikes above that have to be on the road. So my bike fits perfectly. So sometimes when people get mad at me for being on the sidewalk, I just get, fuck you! Well, I don't want to say that, but I let them know that they're incorrect, and then I am allowed on the bike, but on the sidewalk. So hold on here, let me show.
You know jack shit about BMX bikes.
Yeah, I don't know if he's talking to me or what, but here, in fact, I'm not claiming to know a lot about BMX bikes if he is talking to me. All I know is that I love my BMX bike, man. It's pretty awesome. Well, that's in the chat. I'll link in the chat. You see my Team Limo 24 free agent BMX. This year they're red like that. Mine is actually black. It's awesome. I got the best year, the best color scheme. But yeah, it all started with Dave. Dave got this weird looking BMX with big tires, and then we all started getting, taking rides on it, and it's really handy. I mean, I can go anywhere, so it's no problem going over gravel or going over grass or going down stairs. It's just like a non-issue. It's also very safe because the bike's very low. Your center of gravity is very low. So if you ever get a tire caught in a streetcar track, or if there's any kind of problem at all. In fact, I got doored for the first time ever in my life last month. Maybe 2 months. I was during the Fan Expo. Actually, it was like the second last day of the Fan Expo. I got doored, and I don't know if you know what that is, but it's like a cyclist's worst nightmare, where you're in the bike lane and someone just throws their door open without looking in the side of you, and you have no time to brake or anything. So it's this fucking idiot girl in her. Anyway, she was going out clubbing. She's got her stupid clubbing shit on and their terrible taste in music, and she's going out to horror stuff fun or whatever. I hate this person, but yeah, she just threw her door open right in front of me. I had zero time to react. My bike stops. I don't, obviously. But because I was on a BMX, my center of gravity is so low that I actually just sort of fell off into a run, and then grabbed a tree and didn't even end up falling down. If I had been on a mountain bike or a street bike and been that much higher, it would have been a much worse accident, as I would have probably flown over the top of her door instead of sort of banging off to the side. And I don't think it would have ended as well as it did. And there's been a couple times where I've been in minor issues with a car bumping me, or getting caught in a track. And then you just kind of fall off and you stand there. And you're like, yeah, because my bike's so low to the ground that I don't have far to fall. So
yeah, and it's And you're also not going very fast on a BMX bike. You know, you don't have to do huge speeds to get around a city.
Dude, that's totally Jeremitis says that should be the next drawing competition. Jarett getting doored.
Everything bad that happens to Jarett should be.
Yeah, the shit tell, the Jarett getting doored. But
They got a Speedway model here. Looks pretty cool. Hey, Speedway 24.
Oh, you're looking at the.
You know, the Team Limo didn't used to be $1,000. It was like $650 or $700, I think. It wasn't that expensive, but no, they went up in price.
So the Speedway 24. Yeah, see, I think that's Stacy's. I think that's the new modern version of Stacy's because hers doesn't exist anymore, right?
Yeah, there was.
That, or that's the new Devil. The Devil, yeah.
Yeah, maybe it's the new Devil. She has the. What's her model again? I can't remember.
I can't remember what it's called, but it was cheap. It was really cheap. It was brand new, like less than $300.
It's like $300 or whatever. Yeah. Awesome. Well, do you want to play another game?
Sure. Yeah. Are you in? Create party. Chai tea. Gotcha. Oh, you know, this whole time, have people been looking at the Command and Conquer background? I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Whatever. I thought I figured I would switch back to screens. Are you ready?
It says you're offline.
It does. It's a bit weird.
It's clearly you're in the game. Okay, I'm gonna just restart the game, I guess. Or
I guess I just sent you a message. I mean, yeah. All right, guys, we're about to hop another game of Command and Conquer. So it's time for you to argue about LoL versus Dota. As me and Geoff figure out a new game. And I get frustrated by the fact, dude, I couldn't put shit in my technicals, man. Like, in fact, of the whole game, the only thing that really bothered me is the fact that I couldn't seem to get my guys in my technical. And it's probably a problem with squads, man. I see Chai T stopped playing Command and Conquer. All right.
Just rebooting here.
Chai T is now playing Command and Conquer. It's actually some really nice art on the loading screen there. Those three dudes.
Okay. Friends. Still says you're offline.
Yeah, I'm logging in.
Okay.
Create party. Alright, I just invited you.
Nice. I see it.
Alright, so what's team battle anyway? Okay, we'll go custom skirmish. Alright. Alright, so do you think make him medium or make him hard?
Hard.
Hard. All right, Ricky.
And hopefully it's the kind of hard where they're good and they don't just get bonus money from nowhere.
Chances are they're getting bonus money and we're gonna get fucked in the ass. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right, let's rock. Yeah, see, I gotta unlock Dr. Thrax, dude. That's all that matters.
Who's Dr. Thrax? The Anthrax?
Yeah, he's the Toxin General, man, from Zero.
Nice. All right, here we go.
It's good later. Okay,
So why do you need a command center? Because you can build dozers from your supply center.
We are busy.
I have no idea why.
I guess radar.
I really don't know why I got one last time.
Here we go.
Where's my... Why is barracks not B is a better question.
Building as fast as we can. Count your money.
I actually don't mind this music, man. War Factory. War Factory's W.
All set for this only, Derek. Count your money. Yes. I suppose we can build.
Yeah. Fucking suppose so, man.
This war factory is ready to use. Let's race.
Does this music remind you of reality TV music?
Way I wanted. Nowadays, if I
Dana,
want to
dana,
choke
dana,
you,
dana.
they say I need to bring.
You will not be going on to the next challenge.
I think we have different music. And in fact, I'm certain we do because I don't think you're hearing tablet drums.
Oh, for sure.
You know, the Geo's got some tight tunes, man. I'm being super greeds.
What is it?
Oh, what is it?
What are you doing? Are we coordinating our supply stashes here?
What now? I'm expanding to my expansion.
Awesome.
Are you kidding me? That guy's actually gonna get by everything? Yeah. I didn't think so.
Nice.
I'm just waiting. There we go. 2K. Oh, wow! I already feel so much more comfortable.
Fine, let's build. Let's build later. Recon's ready.
Send our units somewhere.
Send men to the base now.
What? Oh shit. Oh shit, son.
Like the recon.
Oh no. There's some shit going down. No, I need to upgrade some shit. How do I, okay, what do I need? I need a chemical lab? No. Salvage bay.
Let's kill something.
No. Oh, yeah. Chemical lab, salvage bay.
We will build. You sit there and watch. See them yet? Have your turn.
Sweet. Oh, some shit is going on. Why?
Where should I aim? See them yet? Let's move.
Oh, obviously. Special.
Do you know what your indication of power status is?
What do you mean?
I don't know how much power I need.
Oh,
So
I don't have power.
Guess that might come in the tutorial at some
Who
point.
needs a shooting?
Oh, you don't have power at all?
No, I'm GLA, man.
Nice. Ooh, pathfinding. Ouch.
Yeah, I've heard that. Oh, so you're just taking all the supplies. Did you?
Ready to use. We will build. You sit there and watch.
So that's 6. 6, 7. Yeah, they went for shared building keys this time, so it's a QWER.
Yeah.
But depending on the building you're on, it totally changes. So even my 2 war factories, I think, can have different markings. Where's one?
No job should be this fun. There should be law against this. Let's go find them. After all, we've got enough units.
It will be up soon.
Oh yeah? Yeah, you think so? Fuckers?
Yeah, we're getting attacked.
Uh-oh. I don't even know what I have that can hit air. I got some choppers at my ass.
I can help you out here, maybe. At your base?
Yeah. Uh-oh. I can't see the health on the unit. Shit.
Alright, I'll send some rocket men and APCs here.
Do you see any
Fuck.
health on any units? By any chance?
Well, you're okay. You have to hit them. You can't just hover over them. It's kind of weird.
How do you mean? What? Sorry. Health, like when I'm attacking units, I can't see their health. Do you? Like on an enemy?
Yeah, you have to click on them.
Oh, but that deselects my shit.
I know. It's really balls.
Alright.
Oh, dude.
Oh my god.
It will be up soon.
I also find spinning my buildings is super weird.
You can build a commando at your base. Oh, interesting.
Commando.
Make myself a commando, man.
How did you build a commando?
I went to my base. My command. What is it called? Command center.
Oh,
Got a commando.
I didn't build the command center.
You can only have one. So you must be awesome. Colonel Burton, coming in.
We must keep our men busy.
Right, man, I got my commando. Do you have like 1 mega unit?
No, I just got a shit ton of units, Julius.
My commando moves faster than my APCs and tanks. He's outrunning all my armored units. That's pretty fun. So single click select group takes you to the group, not double click, which is totally
No,
wrong.
if you're already single clicked on them.
Yeah.
So if you happen to already be single clicked and you just want to, but you don't know that because you're off screen and you're just trying to do like a 1A, a 2A kind of thing. It moves you into the units, which is super balls. Yeah, I keep doing it because when I'm changing my rally points in my buildings, occasionally I'm getting like some bullshit, man. Like that. Oh, it's almost right. Dude, so much for horror, man.
I was worried my commando's gonna get run over. It's like, no.
I still don't know how you built a commando. I still don't have a commando. I have a command center, but I can't. Oh wait, that's a commando. Improve training chemical lab. That's an easy. Increase attack range for quad cannons. Oh yeah. Upgrade my technical. What?
Send our men out there. They can match all our units.
Yeah. Wow.
Interesting game, but it's another RTS, you know. It's we'll have to play real people, I guess.
We will build. Use the direct ones. It will be up soon.
Ah, it's gonna take me so long to learn the hotkeys for
Light rocket. Did you steal it? Let's go.
I actually prefer the older style hotkeys where it was related to the name of the unit. You know? And
Yeah.
It seems like you just build an association with red fast. Like when
It didn't take too long to switch between them either.
when barracks is Q, it just feels odd. Instead of B, right? At least War Factory is still reading. And I've got to get used to using real mouse.
I guess we have to destroy their oil derricks too. There's only one unit left.
Did you wipe out their whole base? In the top
Yeah,
right?
I think so.
So we're racing to this oil derrick here.
Our unified purpose is very strong.
Well, that already felt a lot better than last game, man. I'm starting to remember what it's like.
RTS, yeah.
Yeah, I just had to shift my brain's mode a bit out of MOBA. Holy jeez. And that time I got you with my resources, man. Destroyed, built 90. Shit. Alright, hopping back out to catch up on chat here for a sec. Geoff, this is going to be free to play, right? How are the devs make money? Yep, it's the same business model as Dota 2 and League of Legends and any other free to play, not pay to win games in which you buy aesthetic differences. So in this case, or you speed up things. So you either save yourself time or you buy unique aesthetics. So they released, I remember on reading on journals2.org, I think I saw screenshots of you can get like different kinds of camo for your tanks, like snow camo and this kind of camo and all this stuff that will just separate you in the game. And you can buy all the generals with in-game money, like IP. So just like champions in League, say, you can earn them all by just playing the game. But you could buy them with real money if you don't have time to play the game or you just want to own them all. So you can do that too. But it's totally free to play, and they're claiming they'll never be pay to win. Like it's always, you could be the best player in the world and win the world championships, and you had never spent a penny. If they go off that path, and they're fully retarded, but I don't think they are. So they're trying to be the first traditional RTS to use the 2013 business model of free to play with bonus microtransactions for stuff that you don't really need, which is actually really exciting. I mean, a long time ago, during the StarCraft 2 beta, pre-StarCraft 2, I was on a soapbox trying to yell at Blizzard to do the same thing. I didn't think StarCraft 2 could be the biggest game ever in the world if there has a $60 upfront box, box copy barrier to entry. And yeah, it's a shame. So this, we'll see what happens. But I still think a big part of the reason StarCraft 2 isn't nearly as big as like League or Dota or something isn't just because of the cost up front. It's also because RTS is so much harder to play. Like even that there, just jumping in, like I forget. I think I've been MOBAing up these past few months. And it's like I just forgot. It's like it's an intimidating genre. Like a casual person doesn't just jump into a game like this and like have a great time. I think I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like I can't see Stacy sitting down like playing what we just played. I could see her playing League or something, but I think the reason RTS will never be as big as the other ones, it's too hard. It's like it's jazz music, man. It's never going to be in the mainstream. Yeah, I think I heard Blizzard say a stat like 90 or 95%, like some astronomically high figure. That percentage of people never played multiplayer, like online traditional multiplayer, like ever. They bought it, they played through the campaign, maybe they went and played some custom games, Nexus Wars or Marine, whatever, and then that's it. They play like one game multiplayer and then they get completely stalked and some guy makes fun of them and then it's the last time they play. It's just so hard. It's so overwhelming playing in RTS. There's always something you could be doing. There's always more you could be doing. Always. Which is obviously not the case in a MOBA or something. StarCraft 2 has a free version. Yeah, they put out a free version in the past, but you could only be Terran or something, which is like, I guess they were the broken race, but yeah, and the best part about free to play, from a consumer perspective, our perspective, unless you listening are a developer, owner of a company that produces this stuff, but free to play is good for us because it makes them have to make games that have some gameplay quality that brings you back and keeps you playing them. They have to be addictive, hopefully because of the gameplay and not because of some weird exploitation of the human mind. But That's really good. Games like past Command and Conquers, for example, where EA, seeing as that's the most relevant thing possible, EA like Zero Hour Generals, all those games, they charge up front $60, and then 3 months later they stop patching the game. It's balanced and broke. Don't give a fuck, and they're already on to the next one because they're not going to sell that many more box copies. There's no point to them to investing all those resources into catering to people that have already given them money and are never going to give them more money for that product. It's a huge ongoing cost to maintain servers and to keep balancing the game. But with free to play, they have to. These aren't the same type of product. Like, this is a live service, right? You're literally subscribing to a service. But yeah, if you want to see pay to win games, the iPad, like the iOS environment, is just hilarious. There are so many games where literally they have like leaderboards and they have stuff, but nothing matters because you could go in and just spend $50,000 and be the best in the world right away. Like, you could just buy everything, but those games still make a ton of money. In fact, I didn't play Clash of Clans very much, but that's the new big one on iOS, and it just made news recently, Geoff. I don't know if you saw, but it's a Finnish developer. They made Clash of Clans, and it's been the top of the iOS free for a while. It's all microtransactions in game, pay to win, and they were just valued at $3 billion and sold 50% of their company to a Japanese firm for $1.5 billion.
Incredible.
Totally incredible. And I heard that they were only netting $500,000 a day, which isn't only, but it's just, I mean, obviously that's a lot of fucking money, but that's $500,000 a day is only like $180 million a year, so $3 billion valuation. You're looking at what they're not going to get paid off for 15 years. But anyway, it's really, really crazy. $3 billion. So basically, this company that makes Clash of Clans, which probably most people in the chat have never heard of, and I hope you haven't. It makes me feel good if you haven't. But it's worth more than Riot Games. Like, the game is far more played than League of Legends, and it's funny. It's all pay to win. Like, there's no integrity in the game whatsoever. It's just amazing. Like, I can't believe there are that many sad ass motherfuckers around the world paying to win and then like dropping $100 and seeing their like, and feeling good about themselves as though they accomplished something. Like, it's
well, maybe it's not so much a surprise that iPhone users would be the pay-to-win type. You already paid to have
good call.
The best phone.
Yeah, the best phone. Like, yeah, I mean, really. Yeah, one of my friends' retarded brothers spent $500 in a day. That's what one said. Yeah, and you can't easily. Like, there's no cap to the amount of money you can spend in a game. Like,
who spends $500 a day on phone buying? Like,
dude, they're literally, I'm not kidding, man. There are people that spend tens of thousands of dollars a year on their game. They're like, I'm the best Kingdoms of Camelot player in the world. It's like, and that's their thing. They wake up in the morning, they go and get in their iOS, and they see that they're #1 on the world leaderboards. And they don't think about the fact they spent $25,000 to be #1 on this database. It doesn't matter at all for anything. It makes them feel like they're actually good.
Maybe this is the big, like, hindsight is 2020 truth to gaming in this decade is going to be revealed that yeah, people will deceive themselves and be delusional about how awesome they are in a game because they paid to win. And it's like, maybe it's like the conventional wisdom of gaming going forward now in game development. It's like, yeah, there's huge money to be made by people that will pay to win. You think so? Like, that's the way that apps have gone, at least so far. And I think there was I can't name any, but I'm pretty sure there's been some PC developers that have tried to go that route, and we don't know who they are. We don't hear about them. And maybe they made good money for a small company. I don't know, but it made me regain some faith in humanity when it was a company called Riot Games that puts out League of Legends that has non-pay-to-win, free-to-play, and maintain gameplay integrity at all times. It was a part of, like, they took it very, very seriously. Could never pay to win, and then they became the biggest. They became the biggest by far. And I like to believe that
that's why. That because like actual gamers, actual gaming, PC is pretty high-end gaming system, right? Kind of the highest. I think they take gameplay integrity a lot more seriously than a jackass on an iPhone at his job, right? Like I think the vast majority of people that like game on their iPhone are not gamers. Like they're just people, and this is their intro to gaming. And I don't know, man.
Yeah.
And some people have really good incomes. They can spend $100 a day. It's their thing, right? Their buddy's out spending $200 a night on cocaine. He's like, well, you do that, and this is Clash of Clans is my thing that I'm gonna like just throw so much of my income at. I don't know, but yeah, I mean, we're talking. There's all those studies that the more successful someone is, the more likely they are to forget all the ladders that help them get to where they are. They don't consider their family background or their financial background or anything. It's like no, once you're successful, you for whatever human chemical reason, you actually just believe that you are 100% the reason you're so successful. And they've done closed tests on this with people playing Monopoly and rigged games and knowing the game is rigged, going in. They're like, hi, you're playing this man, it's rigged. He gets 1 dice, you get 2 dice. He gets this much for pass and go, you get 3 times that. And they run these experiments, and by the end of the game, the guy who had the fully rigged game will argue, justify that even if they had totally fair rules, he would have won. It was his great decision making is the reason that he ended up winning, not all the hacks that went in his favor. And I assume it's the exact same thing with these pay-to-win games on iOS. Like, they don't really think about the fact they've spent more than the other guy. They like to think that, well, even if I didn't spend that, I still would have won. It just so happens I spent that. I won because I'm awesome.
Well, it probably doesn't tell you how much your competitors spend. So you assume, they spent the same probably.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So.
Well, I think maybe we should shut down Command and Conquer, and Brian Autobot has a good idea.
Brian Autobot, where's Brian Autobot? ARAM. I could, yeah. I'll have one ARAM. I'll do one ARAM. Do you want to do one ARAM?
Yeah.
All right. Well, how can I do?
One ARAM.
Okay. I'm gonna shut down CNC. Oh, and I let CNC sit there the whole time again. All right.
Ooh, there's a queue. 30 people.
Will the noob store ever restock Dave shirts? The one with just the picture on his face? Actually, it doesn't. Either way, no. Those have been discontinued for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
There are some ones that are new that I think are kicking around in boxes somewhere, like at cons. I think we had some in the boxes in Calgary. We had them out at the Fan Expo, at the Comic Expo in Calgary when we were there. But then that massive flood hit Calgary, and it actually damaged a lot of our merchandise because it was in a basement in an area that got flooded, if you can fucking believe it. And I'm not even sure if those shirts survived. There's a handful left that we've sold in person only for the last couple of years. But
There's 2 in my closet. I think they're mediums. They've been discontinued because they don't sell very well. And if we were to order new ones, it would take us a long time to sell them, so it wouldn't be worth it.
Yep, that's pretty much it. The problem being because we don't use shitty Spreadshirt or whatever. Like there's a lot of on-demand printing options online. If you go to a t-shirt store and they have like 100 t-shirt designs, and then they're not jigs, they're not some huge multi-million-dollar t-shirt company. There's a more local, more like noob store style, and you see they have like 200, 100 designs. They're just doing print on demand, so like when you order the shirt and they have it like printed, and it's just like a silk screen, like a super easy screen that's gonna wash off in like 3 washes. But ours, we really wanted to make our shit not suck. and they get printed like a massive machine. It's all like injected into the fabric, like this type of like rubbery print stuff. It's the same stuff like Nike and Adidas use when they make their shirts to not suck. But the problem with that is that you can't really order shirts without getting a minimum. You need to buy like 300 shirts if you're going to get a new design. And the problem with the Dave shirt is that at the rate it sells, if we order 300, we're not going to sell them for like 15 years, you know, and yeah, it doesn't work. So on the plus side, it's higher quality stuff. On the negative side, we have a smaller selection and have to be very careful about what we order.
Oops, sorry, I had to quit that game. Sorry, wrong map.
Do you want to add this Nightmare for You guy? He says he will play with us. Geoff, when do you want to release the movie? You were saying earlier, our dream at this point is to be accepted into TIFF, the Toronto International Film Festival, next summer. So it would be a summer 2014 release.
All right, Jarett, you got to quit that game.
What game? Oh, okay.
The game that you're in.
Send me an invite.
Great. All right.
Just one more error. All right. I'm not in the darkness, man. She just going to bed. No. I don't.
Who else wants in?
I don't actually know what switches are in this one. This is what I'm using right now. Let's see that. This up here. It's the Razer. Oh, what's it called? I think it's called the Black Widow Stealth. It's a silent mechanical, but it's obviously not totally silent. But it's a hell of a lot quieter than my Rosewood. And I like it because it doesn't have the numpad. It's nice and compact, which allows me to move my mouse pad over. I actually really dig this keyboard. I'm a really big fan. I've never been such a fan of a keyboard that when I travel, I like take my keyboard, but I take this fucking keyboard like everywhere I go. I did not specify. Yeah, so I guess it has the browns. It's the Tournament Editions Stealth, the one without the numpad. It's yeah. I don't know how much this one was actually, so it's hard for me to say. But I think, I mean, it's been. I think it's my favorite keyboard that I can remember. I don't want to say favorite keyboard of all time because it's been a long time, but it could be. Like I'm really happy with it. My previous mechanical my family was not like it. It was pretty loud. The whole house didn't like it. I loved it, man. But back in the day, I used to use $8, $6 to $8. You go to like Canada Computers, like in College Street. There's all these Chinese-owned computer shops, and everything's really cheap. And I used to get like these $6, $7, $8 super generic Microsoft keyboards, and then if you know things aren't going your way, you just smash the shit out of your keyboard, just bust it up in little pieces, and feel better about yourself. And then you just take the other one out of the closet and fuck it, $6. can afford to break it. When you have like $100 keyboard, you're like, ah, you can't do anything. So it's got its ups and downs.
I'm in trouble getting enough people in this game.
Who did you invite? Carnifex.
Yeah, he can't make it. Oh, there we go. Thanks. Oh, I'm gonna start. Oh man, I hate this guy.
Oh yeah, that trackball. I went through a huge trackball phase too. It depends. It was never that great for FPS or anything, but man, you'd be amazed what we can pull off in RTSs with that trackball. People, I kind of miss it. I can't use trackballs anymore. I went to a mouse full time for so many years now, but man, I wish I had more video of me playing gens with that trackball, because when you're whoa, I get sure Zerath, huh? Right? Is that Zerath? Yeah, so when you keep it really clean, the mouse ball flies really easy. You could just flick your thumb and scroll the screen, which worked really well in RTS when you had to like move the screen around the map and scroll it. It ended up just like sort of flicking my thumb in different directions, and it worked really well. And RTS isn't about ultra precision clicking, not like FPS where you're like pixel to pixel precision trying to get headshots. You just generally have to click in units area. So it actually allowed me to be really fast. In fact, honestly, like most people were blown away because everyone would do the same thing. Like, you fucking play on that, and then they'd see me play, and they're like, I can't believe that's possible on a trackball. But oh man, making me miss it. I hate moving my arm like all over the place. So inefficient. It was nice also having both your hands that are just like still like that without having one hand doing this.
Didn't someone link an eBay auction where they were going for like a premium price? Like they were like $80 for like.
Oh yeah, well they were $80.
Because no one makes them anymore.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah. EVBaw reposts his question, which I did not see earlier. It says, hey Jed, a while ago you mentioned the possibility of doing a live stream where we watch season 2 with you guys providing commentary, since there wasn't a season 2 DVD. Any chance of that happening? I don't actually ever remember mentioning that, which is funny because sometimes we have a lot of cider when we play. We do the streams, but yeah, I think that's an awesome idea. I'm gonna turn this down so it's too loud. There we go. Oh, hold on, I don't think I have the game on. Shit.
Welcome to the Howling Abyss.
Uh-oh. I don't know if people can see the game or not. Can you guys see the League of Legends?
It's not currently showing up on the stream that I'm downloading here. Black screen.
Oh, yes, that one.
Black screen, huh?
Everyone hold off until Jarett gets his
There we go. Now we can.
Okay, good.
And you thought it was just
Alright, well, time to learn Zerath, only to have it be for nothing because he's getting a total update in like a week. Mage Shades. Long range beam of energy. Sounds good. Let's rock it. Oh, okay. What does this do? Marks them, okay. And this one is...
Ow, tornado.
Oh, okay. I can immobilize myself. Okay, okay. That's right. Okay. Okay. Wow, this guy just tickles, man. Which one's Geoff? Hey, which champion are you?
Who do you think?
Sona? How did you get Sona?
I traded.
Oh, yeah, fucking cheater. Oh, no, I'm super stuck.
Oh, I almost killed Jarett.
Wow. I can't actually, like, oh, I got a health pump. But I just kind of have to chill, right?
Yeah, you can't get health. You got to pick up those little plus health bits that pop up. Oh, by the way, remember, Jarett, when I was telling you my Poppy experience, how bad that was?
Yeah, yeah.
I actually went and I refunded Poppy. You have refund credits, where you can sell your champions back. So I actually got rid of Poppy from my champion list.
How much did you pay for Poppy?
I can't remember. It was on sale, but yeah, I got my whatever I paid back. And,
Poppy's, you know, you ouch. You only get 3 refunds forever.
Yeah.
The history of your league. And I think Poppy said cheap. That he must have really been mad at her.
Well, I don't know. I just yeah, I'll buy her again if I want her, but it's like, yeah, I'd rather play my other champions.
You know, yeah, it was funny because
Still no first blood, eh? Wow.
yeah, shortly after you said that, I actually saw there's a pro player named Quaz, and I guess he's going to be the new top laner for Team Curse next year. And he plays Poppy now. I saw this Quaz highlight video.
No
There's
way.
a bunch of like Poppy highlights of him wrecking people with Poppy. And I was going to send it to you now, but you might find it funny because just the day before we were shitting on Poppy.
Wow, Kodakan just says Poppy is awesome in chat.
Poppy's not awesome.
How are you guys maintaining your health?
But being on.
I guess like we're just not doing damage.
Oh. Some shit's gonna go down now. We got ults.
Oh yeah. Alts. Does that help? Kill anybody? Kodakan.
Oh, mistake.
Somebody kill Janna.
Oh, you know, oh my god.
Oh, thanks, Kodakan.
Oh man.
Oh yeah. It's about time. Yeah, almost had me there, man.
How often do these helpings spawn, you know?
Every 90 seconds or so, I think. So maybe it's more frequent. Oh, it's always so close. Wow, we took a lot of damage there.
It's the worst ever. Oh my god, just pop Ari. Oh dude, guys, I'm this shit. No fucking money. I guess I could have saved some bitches there. $8.52. How do I buy again? Is there some weird shit I have to do?
You have to die to buy.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. and you don't gain health by going back either.
Yeah. Ooh, son. You fucker. Oh my god.
Yo.
That health. Alright, I get to buy some shit now.
Robot stands for rusty old broken down.
Jenna! Okay.
Double kill.
That was a lot of slaying.
Oh, man. That's alright. I'm not enough fixing bitches up now.
Oh, she's almost dead. Get Ez. There we go. I probably want to back up.
Wow. You just came in because you wanted to kill me so bad.
I see someone with low health. Also with ARAM, if someone's at full health, it's kind of a waste because you're constantly healing. So you might as well have some damage and make use of the self-healing part of your heals. No.
Has been destroyed. An enemy has been slain. Double kill.
Oh man. What? Oh, why couldn't I get Ari? Fuck's sake, why did I got Sarah?
Watch them tower hits. Oh.
Yeah, between Sona and Alistair, man, those them heals, man. Oh, exactly.
No.
No. Back. Fucking. He's stunned. Oh my god, really? And Cale too. Oh man, the triple heals. I forgot Cale's heals. Oh man. Dude, Cale, Ari. Wow. Wow. Oh my god.
Your inhibitor has been destroyed.
Oh my god, I lost this fight so bad.
Double kill. Shut down. You have been slain.
Sean Z11 just loves tower. It's like he's like a masochist.
Oh yeah. Oh man.
An ally has been slain. defeat.
We got so defecated, man. Good Xerath
Healing
tips
done. Alistair's.
in chat. That's my first ever Xerath game I've ever played in my life. But yeah, I should like spam his ult more often. And that's a good idea. Like E into ult is a way to actually make sure I get the guys stunned. For some reason I thought his Q actually like did damage to people. He feels so weak. Like, oh my god. His W into Q is like, you know, it's got a wicked range, I guess, but I just couldn't believe how much of a pussy he is. Oh my god, dude. And he has no mobility at all. Like, holy jeez.
So how does the champion Alistair heal?
That's Shyvana, man. What a throw. Wow. Alistair has an AoE heal.
Oh, is that why?
Yeah,
Okay.
so Cale has a targeted heal. You have a double heal yourself and someone else, and then Ali has an AoE heal. That's why you guys just could stay in lane forever.
Yeah.
Sona is the best ARAM champion in the game. 70% win rate globally.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's just because it's pure heal, so it's good because health is
it's crescendo too, dude. Like the whole game is a team fight. She's a team fight champion.
Yeah.
So like you have your auras, you have crescendo. It's like what the fuck.
Yeah, because considering it's like 90% of the time, it's 5 people in the same area in the same lane.
Mm-hmm.
your heal, you can constantly heal and be effective, and you and yeah, crescendos. There's constantly team fights in the one lane.
Someone says Xerath is a god in ARAMs. Oh. Not when I'm using him.
NPX Dino says, I thought I had you for first blood, Sona, and I did too, and except I flashed. But I think I had like 70 health left or whatever. Yeah, you almost had me.
All right, well, it is it's just about midnight. Yeah, it's a ways past my bedtime. Although oddly, I feel more awake now than I did at this time in the stream. But yeah, I have to get some stuff settled and then hit bed pretty soon. So yeah, I think it's time to say goodbye to the people in the chat. Although, are you gonna still hang out and play some ARAMs? So people want to hop online and play ARAMs?
I might play one more.
All right.
So I'll be on. I will invite you guys, if you're on my friends list, add chai tea.
All right. Okay. Well, I'm gonna get ready for bed and then get up and then work to lock the best script ever written. And
Awesome.
And we'll actually, we're gonna stream again really soon, probably on the weekend. But there should be 2 streams within the next like 8 days or so. Got to get caught up because we took a big break because we were traveling, so got to get our streaming time in. So yeah, and especially now that we have generals, do some general streaming. I think I gotta get a bit better at the game, and then we'll see. But so we'll actually see you guys really soon. So it won't be a long break or anything like last time. You might even see me in a couple days. So yeah, I think that's it.
Awesome. Good night, everybody.
Have a good night, everybody.